So you all should be seeing the bracket on the screen.
That's what I'm seeing.
That's what I'm
see it.
seeing. We are gonna go in chronological order from 1 through 8. So the first game will be Flames versus Karen and Bob Gaming. Are we ready to get started? I mean, can you guys hear me better now? I feel like I have to talk really freaking loud into the mic.
I think it's working.
You think it's working? We good?
Yeah.
All right,
Wonder
let's
if I-
do it.
This windowed.
So let's go Karen, Bob, and Flames.
Yeah, I know, Karen. I'm sorry. We jumped the gun there. So we'll have to go one more time. So Karen and Bob versus Flames is first.
Oh, did Karen and Flames think they were doing their real game?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
What a bunch of silly people. Oh, I don't know. I think I told Flames that he's playing Karen and Bob first, and they started. So it was technically my bad.
Oh, man.
I know. I take full responsibility. I'm sorry.
Just imagine if Karen wins now.
I will laugh.
I don't know what that laugh was.
What?
What was that laugh? Was
What
that a
was
laugh
it?
of like incredulity or?
What?
Do you find it impossible for Karen to have a chance in this match?
Your laugh sounded devious.
I think Karen will
Yes.
take it. I have a good feeling about how Karen's going to do this match. All right, so
Karen
they
said
are
she won't.
playing.
Goblin
Here
Plays
you
has
go.
come online.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right, who am
Not sure
Are
I like the phrasing you've put that in.
we about to jump in to spectate? Are we all good to jump
yeah.
in?
Yeah, jump
I'm
in.
spectating now.
Jump in to spectate. You'll see that Karen and Bob is a mage and Flames is a druid, so this will be fun.
All right.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Karen wins.
That'd be nice.
Are we picking sides?
I don't know. Do you want to pick sides?
I'm rooting tootin' Jim Newton.
Wow.
That sounds terrible. So you can't see
He's-
Karen's. I got to.
You know, he's got an interesting lineup of cards,
There we
that
go.
Rootin' Tootin' Jim Newton.
Wow.
And I think he's got a chance today. I really do.
I don't know. Karen's got some cards up there. They look pretty.
That's some great commentary there. Yeah.
If you like general discussion about the general aesthetic of cards, we got it for you. We're gonna be
Yeah.
in it.
We're gonna discuss how pretty her cards look the entire Twitch stream,
Let's-
even when they're not playing. I don't care.
All right, Bob.
Let's start with the first issue though. Malfurion or Jaina, who is hotter?
Well, Bob, talk to me here. I was gonna say, we got a first turn going here, but you know what? Take Joe's question. Take Joe's question.
Ask your question again, Joe. I was listening to Nick. I tuned Joe out.
We're looking at an amazingly beefy Malfurion and a really, really well-dressed Jaina Proudmoore. And I was just wondering, which one is hotter?
Well, you see nipples on Malfurion, so
Yeah,
I mean
that goes a long way.
nipples over cleavage and side boob any day. By the way, just so you know. Every day.
Jabbernaut is making a dangerous observation that we are seeing tokens coming on the board here.
That is a dangerous observation, Joe. I mean, when someone calls out stuff like that, it really touches on some sensitive racial issues for me, and I don't know if I can handle it.
I'm not a fan of token slimes, to be honest. I'm against it. This mirror image double taunt is really, really good against this strategy that we got going here. Weenies are going to have to waste a lot of time getting through those.
Dawn Whisper has a fondness for crazy grills, though. So if anybody's had a cookout this weekend, you might be able to get her over.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, gosh. I mean, I am into crazy grills, but you don't want to get your dick stuck in one.
Have you gotten? Is that from personal experience, Joe?
Hey, look, all I'm saying is a roasted weenie is not as good as a microwaved one.
So Karen's playing control right now. She's trying to own the board and save face, while it looks like our friend Flames here. I don't know Flames. I've never talked to him before, so I can't. Can I call him a friend?
Yeah, he's a friend to everyone.
Okay, he's a friend. He's a friend of the Twitch stream. He's playing. He's gonna play a quick aggro deck, I think. That means he's gonna go face with as little minions as possible.
I like how you use.
Looks like he's made a mistake and accidentally attacked with the wrong minion and lost an attack on the face.
How so?
Sorry to interrupt you, Nick. He attacked with the slime on the. Has he already attacked with his 2-power dude?
He can't. He just played it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed. I didn't see that play.
So he was his loot hoarder was sleeping. He couldn't attack. He was tired. He gets really tired. So some cards get tired as they walk to the board. You know, see like this Gnomish Inventor is really tired. I'm gonna turn my sound up so people can hear me, or can hear the sound of the game.
Okay.
I feel like the sound effects really add to it.
I do like the sounds in this game.
Yeah, no, I
agree. Like the grunting that just happened there. Ooh, wow,
that was a good play.
Beef City.
Yeah. So he's gonna. I think, unfortunately for Karen, that Flames is gonna win here because he's got the Savage Roar sitting in his deck, and Savage Roar with the Treants is gonna be fucking crazy. Watch it; it's in his deck. I can tell.
Should we be discussing what they have while they're playing?
They shouldn't be.
They're not supposed to be listening. If they're listening. This game is going one way pretty solidly anyway.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is rip Karen. I'm sorry, Karen.
She could have a nuke the board that changes everything.
something could definitely flip the table here, but
looking at her hand, I mean, she's got polymorph, so she could stop one minion, but she doesn't have a board control or board clear, and everything else, with the exception of the Reckless Rocketeer, is gonna get owned real fast by Swipe. So it's gonna be real hard for Karen to make a comeback here.
Hey, I mean, a 5/4 taunt is not a bad place to start, though.
But Swipe will take that out very quickly, or he'll play the Ironbeak Owl and silence it, and your taunt goes away.
Oh no, Ironbeak Owl is a rough dude.
Yeah, I think Jabbernaut's got it, dude. She needs the top deck Flame Strike. It has to. If she doesn't top deck Flame Strike, it's over. Uh-oh. I think it's going to be over.
I think we're seeing the rise of an early villain for this tournament.
Yeah. Who invited this guy? Who invited this guy with a real deck?
Probably me. It was the one guy I invited.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's amazing.
You chose wisely. So my champion. I've rigged the whole entire tournament.
The audio is pretty quiet. So Ashen, I turned it up a little bit for you. Let me know if you can hear it better.
I've got a lot of money riding on Flame's victory here.
Black Arrow, you were right.
I think they posted that. Oh, you were doing more volume. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I think Black Arrow, you're right, man. It is Rip Karen and Bob coming up. Unfortunately, hate to see a channel favorite go so early.
I think you can jack that volume up on that game a lot more.
Well, then I can't hear you guys.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I'm in quite the predicament here, Joe and Nick.
What's your predicament?
Well, if I turn the game volume up, I can't hear you guys talking in my ear hole.
Oh, that's a problem. Can you turn it up through OBS? Especially if we're not coming through desktop audio?
Oh, yeah, look at you guys. Let me turn that up to... I'll turn that up to 75 for the people.
Nick, you're like an OBS scientist.
You're an OBS genius.
I still don't know quite how he has it set up with voice meter.
And
but,
that is an exact
we'll
18 damage right there.
Holy smokes. God, that was fast and brutal.
Savage, dude, I'm telling you, Savage Roar is gonna own face all the time. Every time.
Well, we have our first round winner. Flames is coming in hot and fast. That's not first round winner. Our first round winner.
Yeah, Flames. That was rough.
Who do we have next up on the bracket?
Next up on the bracket is Cosmic Axis versus Yaus.
All right, Yaus and Cosmic Access, get yourselves ready.
Yeah, have you two added each other? You should have. If not, I'm gonna punch y'all.
Do we have some time for words with Flames or Karen? Are either of them available on Skype or?
Yeah, if you want to pull one of them in real quick, while I get Yaus and Cosmic Axis set up.
Let's see here.
Oh, Mega Mutant Space Dolphin. Hello. Are we allowed to change different decks in different rounds?
Yeah, I don't see why not, because I feel like actually those two just started, so we need to cruise on over.
It looks
I
like
feel
it doesn't want me to join yours, but that's all right. Or to join anyone to your call.
Yeah. So Yaus and Cosmic Axis are going. So go ahead and pull that up. I've pulled it up for everybody else.
Okay.
I feel like this is gonna be a good one. So Cosmic Axis, he paid for the portrait of Bronzebeard.
Oh,
So he's got some time invested in this if he's willing to put money into it, probably.
Yeah, I would say so. And then, well, shit, he's got a deck of legendaries already. So this should be interesting.
I hope you guys all heard my phone going off. I'm gonna go ahead and mute that now, but I'll be bringing it back in. When you hear my phone beep again, there's $100 on the line for the next person who can hear it. So,
Wow.
Sweet.
That is quite the claim, because what if something goes wrong?
well, shit.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's got
like
the
it's time to
entire
turn my
deck
phone
of
off.
legendaries. Holy shit.
Are we dealing with
actually-
legendaries here?
Yeah,
Looks like we got the rise of our first villain in this tournament.
You can't just say that every game.
Why not?
I think I can.
Oh, that's
And
true.
I think I will.
You're fully capable of saying that as much as you want, I suppose.
Do you guys think Yaus has any idea what he's actually in for here?
I have no idea. I don't know his experience level with the game.
Let me be clear. Yaos is a man who sees far beyond that which normal mortals see. That said, he also doesn't see what normal mortals see. So it
it's
could
a lot
play to
of
his
oversight.
advantage, or
Yeah.
it could play to his detriment. And it's really a 50-50 scenario when you're that far past normal mortal bounds.
I feel you. I think that was the right call. And also, this little Sir Finley here, that was probably one of the best hero powers he could pick up, is the 1/1 Silverhand Recruit, by the way.
Well, someone says here that the Juggernaut, who seems to have some great commentary on Hearthstone stuff, this is actually almost impossible for a hunter to lose against this deck. But I wonder if he means
the trick
in general.
The trick
A
for Yaos
paladin.
here is to go at the face as often as possible.
Is it?
No,
Yep.
he's gonna. I don't think so. He's gonna have to play board control. Simple as that, and get ahead on the board, because once he plays Emperor Thracian, it's rip. Hands down, Emperor Thracian is gonna make value out of every card in his hand, and it's gonna be over real quick, because
Who has Emperor Thracian?
Cosmic Axis. He's the six drop.
The man with all of these ridiculous cards up top there, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
top on
so-
line, I'm sorry. On bottom on the actual stream.
Yeah, so I'm highlighting him right now. And Emperor Thracian makes every card at the end of every turn cost one less that's in his hand. It's going to get real sick real fast. And
So, Joe, is your thought he needs to go for the face because he needs to
And the game
eliminate him
as quickly as possible.
before all
Before
those
things
things
get
just
out of
keep
control.
coming out. Yeah. Seems like Juggernaut is on with you there. Silverhand recruits are the only non-legendaries
Yeah.
coming out.
Oh, god damn, this Elite Torrent Chieftain
Black Arrow.
has quite an entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those cards are usually pretty terrible, though.
The ones that have a lot of pomp and circumstance around them, just show off cards.
Yeah. Well, it's not too bad. So it looks like Yaos got power of the Horde, summon a random Horde warrior. So probably some sort of grunt that's in the deck, and then rogues deal 4 damage to any card, and then draw a card. So that's not too bad.
I think, this is definitely a game where drawing is usually really strong, but he wants to race to the end. And so in that case, he just wants to play until, he doesn't necessarily need to keep on drawing cards so much as he needs to just continue laying pressure on the face.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good assessment, seeing what else is in here, because as he keeps going, it is legendary after legendary. Holy shit. So he's going to play, oh my god, I don't see Yaos pulling this out.
But if he did,
Yeah. But if
What a
he
story.
did,
Look, I mean, he's dropping some pretty mad beats here. That said, there's a full stacked hand on that other side, and it's gonna get pretty rough pretty fast.
Oh yeah.
so I mean, I imagine next is gonna be Grommash Hellscream, and it's just gonna wreck. Oh, he's going Baron? No. Baron will clear the board. That's not a bad idea. It's not a bad play. And then next round go Grommash, and he'll get the taunt or the enrage.
That is devastating.
Yeah, that's gonna be rough. I'm calling it Rip Yaus.
Honestly, I feel sorry for everyone here.
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean on the flip side, we're staying to our 10-minute mark, guys.
Oh yeah, well, because that first game was pretty quick too.
Yeah,
So
unfortunately.
I think we're doing. I mean, what's surprising here is we do actually have. I mean, Yalis is in the lead currently. I know we're building towards a lot of destruction, but
See, I think that's a common misnomer, Nick, because health doesn't give the lead.
yeah, no, I know that we're gonna head towards, these cards coming out and doing some crazy stuff, but it's just interesting that he's able to put as much damage on as he has.
At the worst, he's got a 4-turn clock with his ability alone. If he can get some haste creatures out, well, I guess now with 7/7, he needs a taunt really to get.
Does he have? I don't think he has. He doesn't have.
He's
lethal.
dead on board next turn.
Yeah.
If he can land,
Oh.
oh no, that's not going to do it for him.
Yeah.
But you know what?
What a
Getting him down
shame.
to 4 hit points with this matchup was honestly pretty darn impressive. And all he would have needed is, one reckless Rocketeers or something like that, and that would have been game for Yawas.
If he played Deathwing, it was over. Yeah, that's game.
I think it was actually a great matchup, though. It came down a lot closer than any of us expected from the start.
Well, we've got our second certified villain.
Yeah.
Anyone who wins is automatically a villain in this tournament, by the way.
So Nick, do you want to take this time to bring Yaus in and kind of?
Yeah, well, I tried to add people to your call and I couldn't do it, so I think you're going to have to do it, unfortunately.
Well, I hope everybody added me like we told them to.
Okay, well, I don't know.
Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah,
Who's next
it's
on the old bracket.
like I should have an option to add people, but or add to the current call, but it's not letting me.
I do not have Yaus. He's not on.
His name is very creative. You'll never guess
Am I
it.
saying it right? I feel like I'm not saying his name right.
It's Yaus. Yeah, it's he goes by whatever.
Your average, ordinary, everyday superhero.
Is he just all caps, right? That's Yaus.
Yeah. Should we bring in all of the past participants for this little break between matches?
I feel like we should bring in at least Karen, as we tried earlier.
Okay.
So we'll bring in.
What about
we'll try and
Flames?
bring in
Flames
Karen
said he
real
was
quick.
ready to jump in. He said you have his Skype.
Yeah. But I can't add him, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So
Well, yeah, so presumably.
we should have.
Oh,
You could drop it in chat.
Hey, Karen.
It's Karen.
howdy.
Karen,
Hey,
how did
Karen.
it feel to fight the first villain of the tournament?
I mean, terrible. I stayed up until 2 a.m. last night just playing this game
Oh.
and trying to get familiar with it so that I wouldn't make an awful ass of myself. And I didn't remember where I was in the bracket, and so I didn't know I was going first.
Well, we didn't have any plan for we originally were talking about doing all cheap decks, but we thought that would be too hard to maintain. So we said, all right, we'll just call it a casual tournament. What that still means though is that people have some really crazy decks, and some people have just what they threw together. So
Yeah.
it's going to be unbalanced.
It also means, I mean, we're going to have this unbalanced first round, right? But as we climb up the ladder, we're going to have some pretty powerful matches that should be pretty amazing to watch.
Definitely. I agree. I mean, I sort of expected to get my ass kicked, so.
And everybody gets to hang out and have fun, right? You get kicked out, but you get to, still come
Yeah,
on here and
whatevs.
talk, and it's a
It's
good
all good.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any advice for the next person who's going to face your opponent?
I mean, hold on to your butt. I don't know.
Hold on to your
Like, can you elaborate
Thank you,
on
Karen.
that for me a little bit, Karen?
Please, Karen.
What bellies? What?
What part of the butt should we be holding on to? Like the cheeks, or should you like go full butt?
Dude, as much as you can fit in your hands, just do it. Everything.
Honestly, I think the best strategy for holding onto your butt is to get a firm anchor point inside your rectum. I know it's a little bit risque, but
Okay,
you're
that's
gonna
a
get
little
the really.
uncomfortable for me. I don't know how I feel about this.
That's only uncomfortable for you?
Yeah, what's the comfort level across everybody on this call right now?
I think Billy Z's already inside.
Already up inside. So I do want to say, Karen, I'm sorry you had to go first, and I'm sorry you lost first round.
It's all good, baby.
But I'm really glad you were able to join in. I hope you stick out the Twitch. And everybody who's listening to the Twitch, Karen and Bob does have her own YouTube channel, and she is a friend of the show, the JB Show. She's been there from the start. So Karen, thank you very much.
Thank you for letting me do this thing where I get my ass kicked.
It's a humbling experience, I think.
Yeah, it feels really good.
Yeah, I feel shitty. So, do we want to bring in Yaus real quick?
It's fine.
Karen, we've already agreed that for every friend that Billy Z lets get defeated, we're gonna punch him in the face.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's fair.
that's all right.
That's fair.
Like, okay, so who lives closest to him? Because I'm like way across the country.
I'm traveling to him.
Well, you're
Oh my
closer
God.
to him technically, but we'll figure it out. We've got budget in the tournament for flights for everyone.
Yeah. So everybody,
Who
again,
punches the hardest? That's the real question.
we got to set up.
I'm gonna
a
have to say
date.
Dawn is probably the hardest puncher.
Oh, that's a good Dawn Puncher.
So, all right, Karen, appreciate it, and good luck in your future Hearthstone tournaments.
Yeah. Much appreciated.
All right. So that was Karen. Should we bring in Yaus real quick?
Yeah, that's fine. So we'll bring in the people who aren't advancing. That way we have another chance to bring in the other people in future matches.
All right, we'll add him to the call.
All right.
Who's Ryan?
That's Flames.
Oh,
Hello.
Hi.
Yaus.
yeah, we have Yaus and Flames.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
Yeah, you put up a heck of a fight against that all legendaries deck.
Yeah, I just went back and watched that match.
Oh, yeah?
I have never put a single $1 into this game.
And
So
you
I think I
held
did okay.
solid. Yeah, man.
You needed
Yeah.
one more charge creature, and like one better draw would have won that for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was impressive.
But I'm calling Cosmic for the win of the entire tournament. Sorry, Flames.
really?
Well, he is the first villain of the tournament.
Well, the first second, right?
I mean, if he keeps playing the all legendaries deck, he's not going to win.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's an impressive call from the
I
first.
like
I mean,
that.
the all
I like that.
legendaries deck is fun, but it's not good.
Oh,
It's not nearly fast enough for an aggro deck.
We have legitimate trash talking on this tournament.
I
This
mean,
is a real
he
tournament.
probably
now.
has a real deck that he can play, since we can change between.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
almost
You
went
think he's
aggro
going to mix
beast,
it up,
and
or
I'm
you
really
think he'll keep
regretting
it going?
I think he'll mix it up.
All right.
So I think what we're gonna do to make this even more epic, we did say single elimination, but we're gonna make the last game, so the finals, to be a best of 3.
Do you really want to
it's
change
gonna
things
get
up
real
midstream like this? Yeah.
Well, just the final game.
Okay. All right.
So we're going for epic. So Flames, you are moving on to the next round. Are you ready to take on? I believe you're going to play Cosmic Axis. So
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
he's
Oh man, the battle of the first villains.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for that match.
I am as well.
yeah.
Who do we
me
have
too.
coming up next on our roster, though, on the actual bracket?
All right. Well, let's say thanks to Yaus and Flames. Flames, we'll see you here in a little bit, and
Okay.
good luck next time, Yaus.
Keep on
I'll
rapping,
be
buddy.
back with
I'll be
weapons.
back. All right, guys.
We should
All right.
mention, I think almost all the participants, very few aside, do have YouTube channels and such. Yowis has his own. Billy, is there or Bob? Excuse me. Is there a way that we could post everybody's YouTube information for everyone watching the tournament? Might be good to just do it once and get it out of the way, as opposed to trying to guess at remembering it every time.
Yeah, I mean, somehow I don't have everybody's YouTube, but if you guys want to send it to me via Twitsters, I will be able to post it for everybody on here, and we can maybe
Fantastic.
post it as they play.
All right, fantastic. Yeah, we'll get those caught up. That way we don't miss anybody.
All right.
Yep.
Bye.
Thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
guys.
Yeah,
I will
Bye.
continue watching as long as I can, but goodbye.
perfect.
Next.
I cut him off. I feel bad.
Next.
That's almost fair. So as we're kind of talking and commentating, I'm going to try and update the bracket to keep it as up to date as possible. So I'll probably go for the next round, I think, for the next 4. But let's go ahead and bring up the next people in the bracket, which are going to be Ashen with his basic decks. I know he's very upset, and I do feel very bad for Ashen after seeing the spank that Cosmic Axis just performed. So it's going to be Ashen versus James of Skype Avengers.
All right.
Mega Mutant, yes. All losers, not immediately. We will give you guys some time to kind of come to grips with your mortality, but you will be sacrificed to the old gods. We're looking at the end of June for that. So eat well, eat hearty. Try to really enjoy these last few days, because all the losers will be sacrificed to the old gods.
It does look like James is not online.
All right. Well, we'll give him 5 minutes. He was last online an hour ago. So
Should we have a commentator battle to soften to have some?
Well, I was to say we move on to the next run and come back around.
That makes
right?
sense.
Yeah,
That
since
makes
we're
sense.
still in the
We can do
first
that.
round.
all right. So next is going to be Mega Mutant. Which Mega Mutant did you give your updated BattleNet ID?
Yep, let's find out.
Yeah, he is 1-3. Mega Mutant versus Vaguely Someone, the British Potato. Okay, so I sent it to Mega Mutant as well. He will need to add Vaguely Someone.
Yep.
And Nick and Joe. Why do I always forget your guys' name?
My name
Because
is Dan.
his name, yeah, he doesn't like to go by his real name on the internet. Oh shit, this is live, isn't it? Oh fuck, Dan, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna have to marry a man.
Dan,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
What you gonna do? Hey, you, Dan. What you gonna do?
Hey, what you
Hey,
gonna-
you, Dan. That's what? What has happened to us here?
What has
Well, I just gotta say, there's a lot of love going on in the chat, and I'm kind of liking it.
Yeah,
loves who?
chat love.
Ooh, Goblin Draws has the soap. That's a good indicator of times to come.
Is Vaguely here? Have we seen from Vaguely? Yeah, he's
He was
hanging out.
He's
online.
been around all morning. Yeah.
Mega
He's
Mutant.
fairly local.
Mega Mutant. Where is he at?
I think Vaguely is preparing to battle a friend.
Oh, look at that.
Could
Well, I
could
can't
that
watch.
friend be Mega Mutant?
Did he add you guys? There he is. We're good to go. We're good. We're ready.
What's the updated? Where's it at?
Where's
the
what
updated
at?
the updated.
It's in Twitter,
What's it called?
Joe.
Oh, it's in Twitter. Okay.
I'll put it in
Okay.
the chat real quick.
Oh, okay.
You have to remove the space between the N and the number sign.
Shaboopy.
All right, so Vaguely is in. We're just waiting on.
So for those who want to know how to find Vaguely Someone, just type in Vaguely Someone on YouTube and then find the Smash Mouth Video All-Star.
Or watch Instant Replay Live. Those guys are actually owned by Vaguely Someone.
That's true. That is your best way to reach out.
Do we almost have a mutant potato?
Yeah.
We should have a halftime show once we get far enough. Well, I guess we could stream like ourselves dancing to some pop song in our underwear.
Mm.
What do you think, Bob?
Well, I'm already in my underwear dancing as we're doing this commentary. I did tell you, I think I did text you via Twitter direct message that I was going to do this naked, but I do have underwear.
I'm disappointed.
That's next time, guys.
So any early predictions here without seeing much of the game?
Well, so the good news is Malfurion, so Space Dolphin here, it has a pretty good curve going. Vaguely someone is sitting with a minimum 3, so he's going to pass his first turn.
Oh, but he did just draw pretty nicely.
I mean, that's going to be a later game card with Holy Light. You're not going to want to heal 6 right off the bat, but vaguely, he's going to be behind. He's going to be behind the curve real fast. So he's probably going to have to play his reinforcement, his hero power, or he could coin into the Razorfen Hunter. But hero power, which...
I like this play. I like saving the coin for later most of the time. Depends on what kind of deck you're playing, of course, but this bear is looking pretty nice.
This bear is looking pretty nice. So, I mean, the good news is Vaguely does have a chance. He does have Consecration. He has his board clear. He does have Hammer and Wrath. And he does have True Silver Champion. So, I mean, it's not over, but he is severely behind right now.
But look at the card advantage. We're talking 2 cards versus 7 right now.
Yeah, I feel you.
One of those cards is a coin, but...
It's still pretty brutal.
It is still pretty brutal.
Does he have Consecration in hand?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Well, with that, I mean, that's going to hurt real bad. He's going to play +4 attack, so now he's doing
Does the True
12
Silver
damage.
not heal him, though?
True Silver will heal for 2, but not much more than that.
Oh, I thought it was 4.
And right now, if Vaguely cannot clear the board, which he should be able to play Hammer of Wrath and get rid of the Thrallmar Farseer, he'll be okay. But if he doesn't clear that, he's done.
Oof.
Oof is right.
All right. Well, I've posted some YouTube channels in the chat for folks looking to see if Cosmic and or Flames have YouTube channels of their own.
Flames does not.
Okay.
So Vaguely has a chance to bring him back here. He Dolphin kind of drew dead with some of these last draws. But he's probably going to play the Sunwalker. And he has that
definitely.
Divine Shield Taunt. It's going to be tough.
Well, he can get rid of the Divine Shield with the board pretty easily. Did he just play that, or did he choose not to attack with it? I think he chose not to attack with it.
Yeah, I would hang out there too, to be honest. But not knowing he had a Wrath sitting right there.
All right. Looks like Cosmic does not have a YouTube either, so we are all covered on participants so far. You guys should definitely check out their channels. There's all fantastic stuff. I know all of those ones personally, and love those guys. So check them out.
Yeah, I agree. Good board clear for Vaguely would be to play the Wild Pyromancer and then Blessing of Kings, and it would clear real fast and give him a quick advantage. But how's he going to do it now?
He does have the coin.
That is a valuable 4 hit points that he is taking right now. Yeah, right. Jobberknot. Can I call you Jobberknot? He should have went Wild Pyromancer, but he's doing all right. Board's clear. He's got some pretty. Uh-oh.
What do we got? What's
Drew
making
to
you
the-
laugh?
He's gonna
Due to
do
the
a
thing
pretty big
coming
drop
out.
here.
Yeah.
I'm going to admit I was gathering YouTube links and didn't pay attention to the first half of this, so now I have no idea what's going on. I am completely lost.
Vaguely's trying to play catch up.
Okay.
I mean, he can clear, but it clears his board as well.
Oh, he's got one of those. Blessing of Kings.
And he still has the Silver Blade to do some damage. And this is definitely gonna, it evens him up a little bit.
Yeah, that brought it in kind of tight. That was nice. Black Arrow is all in for Vaguely. He says, kick his ass.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. The joust with the Master Jouster. Never want to lose that one. And Vaguely is once again severely behind. Ooh,
gone
novice
into.
engineer into a novice engineer. Nice.
A couple of draws can't be bad for you, right?
Well, one of those draws is to draw another card, so
Yeah.
and it's
true,
all the
actually.
expensive mana crystals.
So right now,
Does he have a chance to overwhelm with minions on something like this?
Potentially.
well, he's dead in 2 turns. So if I think that was a misplay by Dolphin because he should have hero powered before that. Either or, he did it after.
Yeah, it seems like he'll be okay.
Yeah.
With that Divine Shield up, I don't think Vaguely's going to be able to get through this.
No. Well, and it was kind of a misplay drawing 3 1/1s because if he plays Pyromancer, all 3 of them are dead.
Well, there it goes.
Yeah. So I'm hoping he attacks with them first, and then plays his spells.
I do like the animation on that Pyromancer, though. The just constant flames.
Yeah.
It's pretty solid.
That's the only reason I want gold cards is because of the. Don't do it. Do not spell. You just lost all your board, buddy.
Dagyo.
Vaguely loses on his own terms.
I did this.
Oh, Vaguely.
This was my call.
I think Vaguely could have. He had a few misplays, but I think he could have came
Pulled a little
back in
closer
this
at the very
game.
least.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, losing the joust was never a good thing. And I mean,
It's
that
like
was
he's going
nice.
for the maximum play finish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got to play everything before you
Yeah,
do.
just show it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look what I
Rip
could have
Vaguely.
done. Well, that takes care of that.
Looks like we got our eyes of our first villain in the tournament.
God damn it, Joe.
Well done, Joe. So I do want to bring in our second villain of the tournament, or as Joe would call him, our first, which is going to be Lucas. He
Okay.
is Cosmic Axis.
All right, let's do it.
Maybe, if it'll let me.
Pop in Vaguely for his exit interview after that.
Yeah. So I feel like Lucas is the true villain of the tournament as we speak. So
The true villain.
Well, he's
Yeah.
certainly the first.
he's certainly
Yo,
the
hello.
first. Hello, Lucas.
How you doing?
How are you?
I think Joe has a question for you.
How does it feel being the first villain of the tournament?
The first villain? I like the sound of that. I like being a villain. It's fun.
Yeah. Have you
So-
grown facial hair in the preparation for this role? Maybe a goatee or
I've grown a nice, like, kind of creeper stash almost.
nice.
Gives off a nice vibe.
I
Now
enjoy
we-
creepy villains.
Does
We
the
heard a
mustache-
prediction from your next opponent here that if you continue to play your legendary deck, you're going to get taken out before this tournament's over.
That probably happened. I mean, he could have won that game if he had gone face instead of played for board, I believe.
It was way close, actually. But do you think you're going to be able to carry on the same deck, or are you going to have to mix it up to get this to go through?
I don't know. I'll take a look, a gander. I mean, I got really lucky on the draws that game. If I hadn't drawn any of the early legendaries, I think I would have lost the game pretty quickly. But luckily, I drew into that Murgle Finley or whatever his name is, and he got me that good hero power to keep my board in control. I was able to stabilize from there and get the big minions out.
Nick understood all of that.
I did, actually.
Sir Finley got him the Silverhand recruits, and that is what he kept his board full with. Absolutely. I agree with that assessment. Well played. So, Cosmic Axis, I do feel like Flames is a tough competitor. How are you gonna handle him in this second game?
I don't know. I might mix it up. I might bring a combo deck, maybe, whatever I'm feeling. Maybe you get a Freeze Mage, some Druid. Who knows? We'll see. It'll be a surprise.
All right.
Freeze
I think you should
Mage.
live up to the challenge and just keep the same deck.
We'll see. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, you gotta be careful because there are some pretty good Hearthstone players here. Now, we do have a few casuals and a few that this is probably their first or second time playing, and it's all for fun, obviously. But there are a few good Hearthstone players in here, and if you tell them your deck, you tell them a freeze deck, they're gonna know what you got. How do you handle that?
Well,
Well, he has kept it mysterious. He said he might.
Yeah, he hasn't locked into anything yet. So at this point, we're talking maybe champions, maybe legendaries, maybe freeze, maybe something else. So anything's possible at this point. It's a spicy opening.
It's a spicy meatball. No?
Right on.
Right on. Well done. So, all right, let's anything else you want to say to your future opponents, Cosmic, before we bring in vaguely someone?
Wish you best of luck.
Oh.
Oh man.
Oh. He's a villain with a heart of gold.
Tough words. All right. Thank you so much, Cosmic. We are going to go ahead and bring in the vague one.
That was beautiful. Now I'm rooting for him.
I'm rooting for vaguely.
I'm rooting for vaguely.
Wow. Right. I'm glad, Joe. I won't disappoint.
Oh, that was lovely timing.
Hey, vaguely someone. How are you doing on this Saturday evening for you, I suppose?
I really tried. I
Yeah?
really tried, and I knew I was going to lose, but I thought I'd stand a better chance.
Yeah,
Did you have fun?
You had a few misplays, vaguely, and we were calling them out as you did them. But I think you did
the
pretty
stream
well.
open. What were the misplays?
I'd have to go back. I don't remember all of them.
All of them. There were just so many.
We had one big one.
Wow.
We did have one.
That fucked up, but you won't tell me how.
We had one big one that we all kind of recognized, which was that Pyromancer, right? You had minions on the board, and then you brought out your Pyromancer and then had him blow up and knock out your own minions before you had a chance to use them.
Yeah.
What was going through your head at that time?
At that point, that was late in the match, or at that point...
It was quite late.
I'm losing here. I'll accept my fate.
Yeah. I kind of thought that might be what you were doing, was just driving it home at that point.
Yeah.
That's fair. I do.
I gotta say, this is my favorite kind of vaguely, the kind of dejected, demoralized vaguely. I really enjoy when he brings this kind of game to the table.
Oh, wonderful. It's
like the end of our tabletop sim adventure.
Please, why?
It's just like...
It's just trauma on top of trauma on top of trauma.
I mean, maybe he could have saved that baby's mother, you know? Maybe they could have...
Vaguely, we love you.
I think they truly do love you, vaguely.
Look on the bright side. You're not a villain.
You are not a villain. That is true.
You either play the tournament long enough, you either die a hero or play the tournament long enough to see yourself become a villain.
Just one match, in your opinion.
Yeah, that's right.
So vaguely, after playing one round, what do you have to say to these upcoming first rounders? So Chill, Rivex, Dawn Whisper, Black Arrow, and all the others. What do you have to say for these guys?
As a professional beginner, Don't do what I did?
Don't do what I did. Those are words of wisdom from the Vaguely Someone. All right, so did we get James back, or is Ashton going to move on to the second round? I don't see James on.
Yeah.
Who even is James?
He's one of the
The
Skype,
Avengers.
Yeah, so
Ironically, not avenging Skype right now.
Yeah, Ashton, you won your first game, buddy. Congratulations. You are moving on to play the Mega Mutant.
Should we get James on here for an interview?
Well, I gotta say, what we do have is the rise of our first villain in the tournament in Ashen Gaming, and one without really a chance.
Didn't even play a fair fight, really.
Yeah, it's probably in a lot of ways the dirtiest villain we have.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you say that? Would you elaborate
Don
on
went
that
for
me?
it as well. In the chat. Hardcored his opponent. Oh man, true villain. All right, we're moving on to the next game then.
Yeah. So Ashton, you move on to play. Not right now, obviously. This next round, you move on to play Mega Mutant Space Dolphin. I feel like that is a mouthful. Is that his actual birth name? Do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. We all just deadpan it from there.
Well, right. I'm typing. I'm trying to update this bracket as we go. So I was hoping that my co-commentators could keep it.
We did. We said, yeah,
lively.
definitely. You need more than that from us.
We even offered a dead silence.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. Okay.
to really sell that joke. Give you time to let it burn in. Let the humor juices soak.
I think you have a really good friendship when you
Marinate.
can share awkward silences together. I think we all just did, and that means a lot to me. So
It's like touching tips almost.
yeah,
so the
it's
next
exactly
game-
like that.
The next game is Chill the Beast versus Rivix, which comes from Lasers and Everything YouTube channel.
Yep, I'll get
So-
I'll get those channels posted in the chat here.
All right, so Chill versus Rivix. Let's go ahead and cue it up, gentlemen.
And while we're loading into this, I just want to say thanks to everybody for coming out. Thanks for people who are just watching with us. Thanks for people who are
Yeah.
hanging out with us, playing with us, and all that jam. Thanks all you guys.
Don't thank them.
I do.
So Titties needs to play Chill the Speaks. So I'll make sure we're getting that lined up.
And it looks like I do have titties on my board here.
Titties are on the board. I feel like this really adds to the commentary because his name is Titties.
Yeah, and I've never had titties, so what I'm gonna do, I've never had titties. What I'm gonna do,
What?
I'm gonna spectate from his perspective. I think it'll be interesting to kind of know what it's like to look down with titties on your front side.
Okay, cool.
So they're prepping. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go in the titty side as well, Joe. Just
Right on.
I mean, I feel like I'm more favorable to titties than not titties. So we have Jaina versus Anduin. What do you guys think about this early game matchup?
I'm a big fan of Anduin, and that heal can really slow down. I mean, unless this is some kind of control deck, it looks like they're two pretty straightforward decks, basic decks. So
Well,
I think I'm going to throw this one to Anduin, because I think the ability to heal is just going to go a long way here.
Well,
I'm gonna
popping out
gonna
Light Ward.
blanketly agree and go. Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, that's well. I think that'll do.
Now, Mana Worm is a heck of a first turn.
So what I would do if I were titties.
Giggle, giggle, giggle.
Giggle, 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 giggle,
Yeah, I
giggle,
mean,
giggle.
so Anduin's playing control real fast. Because what he's... Oh, going with the smite already. Ooh.
He wants to keep his dude on the board and go to Jamtown, and he
Yeah.
is right on the face.
Yeah, I think that's kind of crazy. What's that name? What's with the name? Well, it's titties. I mean, everybody likes titties. For the
It's
most
true,
part, right?
everyone.
I mean, do women like their own? I mean, I don't know. I wish we had
Yes.
a woman commentator to help us out on that one. But I'm going to go ahead and just speak for them and just say, yeah, they do.
Are you kidding me? There are some downsides to having boobs. They can cause frustration when you're in bouncy places. Wooden roller coasters can be a real mess on the boobs. They shake you around a lot, and if you've got a heavy pair of breasts, then you will suffer some real ricochet damage there.
I like to actually call them breasticles because they're almost like a male set of testicles, but they're
In a lot of ways, they do both produce a fine liquid.
Dawn does give us some good advice on them. She says, as someone who owns titties, she can say that they are totally OP and great at board clear.
I would have to agree. They are great at board clearing because it's almost like a stun. Because you pop the titties out and you're stunned. Your opponent is stunned, and then you have the chance to
Pop
wreck
the
face.
titties out.
Right. I mean, it's like playing a card, right?
Yeah, it sure is.
Vaguely's boobs are not powerful.
So I'm a big fan of the Acolyte of Pain. I can go such a huge distance in a cleric's deck if you can keep healing it up.
You don't see Acolyte of Pain a lot in a priest deck. It's more like a patron warrior deck where you're doing 1 damage at a time to get the most value out of the card, right?
Yeah,
Sure,
Joe, what an idiot.
But you can see the amazing set of value in being able to punch and heal, and you've got to draw a machine for 2 mana pop.
So I feel like we're going to see Stalag, right? Later in this game, by the way. So he played Fuegan. I'm pronouncing these names probably amazing. And Stalag is obviously the better half. And in a constructed deck, you're not going to have one without the other. Right? You guys
Yes.
feeling me on
Yeah.
this?
Mm-hmm.
I was waiting for Joe to answer on that one. that was not a question for Nick.
Those are definitely names.
Those are definitely names. Right. Well done.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Go ahead.
You go ahead, please.
I gotta say, Chill has been extremely excited for this tournament. He has posted multiple videos announcing his participation. He's been all over Twitter with it. So I'm really digging his enthusiasm and what he brought to this.
What scares me is that his enthusiasm appears to be transforming into malice here, as he looks to be the first villain of this tournament.
Oh,
So, as I called it out, Stalag came in the next 2 turns. If he can pull it off, whew, Titties is going to have a big problem. I don't know, so Jabberknot, I mean, Acolyte is good in any deck in the arena, but in Constructed, you don't see it as often because there's so many, with the way the game is right now and all of the expansions, there are so many better synergies than Acolyte.
Mm-hmm. 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 No, I absolutely agree.
Yeah, and you'll see those synergies if you look at tournament play that isn't here.
Right.
But here you're not going to see those synergies. But if you look at tournament play that
not in this
elsewhere,
particular round. You might see that later today. We don't know what everyone's playing.
That's true.
Yeah. There's no class restrictions, so we might see some other decks that really focus on those Acolyte of Pain synergies.
So
I will say that I'm pleased to have Jabbernot's agreement on the Acolyte of Pain and the Priest. He seems to be a guy who knows what's up.
Dude does his stuff, for
and
sure.
He agreed with me, so.
So, yeah, I agree with Don.
Don, shut up. Don't tell them.
The real twist is Joe's undercover villain. It's like undercover boss, but he's a villain. So, spoiler
The real
alert.
twist is that Joe is Kylo Ren.
What?
Yeah. You guys didn't know that? You guys, one person? Bob?
I'm sorry, say that again. I'm reading.
I
I'm
will
reading
finish.
Jabberknot.
What you started.
Joe's revealing himself.
Joe is revealing himself.
Yeah.
That sounds
Publicly and indecently.
Sounds highly inappropriate.
Woo!
Well, So Jabberknot
boy.
isn't. Remind me correct me if I'm wrong here, but isn't Acolyte a pain of three cards? So you're not going to get the value out of that until turn 4, or if you have coin, turn 3. But there are so many different cards that you could play that give you a much higher value with Valence Chosen.
No, you're absolutely right there, Bob.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you, Bob, but I'm also gonna have to disagree with you.
Yeah, that's a
I'm
good
gonna
point.
agree with you.
Joe, you sold me.
You sold me on that one, Joe. Thanks.
And I think it was an interesting set of choices that he made there with the magic missiles. It looks like he's leaving that a possible trade for his 3/2 and his and Chill's 3/3.
Yeah, he has to take Emperor Thracian off the board. That
Jack
card
Blaze
is
says Joe is actually M. Night Starmadong.
Starmadon.
So there's that.
Vaguely
How's that going for you, Joe?
has heard a lot of truths, and I just want to say that most of the things that Vaguely has heard are accurate.
Yeah, most
They're
of them.
accurate truths. Think Chill's gonna get the? Is he gonna get the percentage here? Oh, first shot taking out the Senjin. Well done, Chill.
This is an intense match.
Yeah,
No, Chill is a beast.
Chill is the beast, the only
Yeah.
beast that
The
is
only
there.
beast.
So
It's kind of almost disappointing he didn't play a Hunter Beast deck here.
well, that
I don't
would
get
be
it.
too obvious. There.
I like things that are obvious, thank you. Oh God, vaguely. I hear Joe is Jim.
What?
It's a very specific reference to our channel. So, not really worth going off.
Let's explain it in detail. Let's start with the beginning of that Let's Play.
Yeah. We started by playing a game called Ascendant.
Yeah.
No, we won't go down that road. Jack Blaze here's Jim as Bob.
Now, the thing that Black Arrow is saying is absolutely not true. We actually have proof of it on Twitter, and we will retweet that later.
That you're a mermaid?
Black Arrow doesn't believe that evolution is a thing.
In that, and also the other.
I want to see. No, I really want us to prove that evolution is a thing on our Twitter. Like that's a far more important topic for us to tackle.
I'm pretty sure Bill Nye is debating Sarah Palin pretty soon.
He's not. It's a hoax, or somebody mistranslated something or whatever, but it's not actually happening.
That is so unfortunate.
It was on
I also
climate
the headline.
change.
That's actually upsetting.
And
'cause
I
like
so
that'd be
wanted
good.
to see it.
I can see climate change from my house.
Yeah, it's very cold where I live. I'm sure that would have been her argument. I am so certain. Well, maybe you didn't see how much snow we got over this last winter, don't you know?
You're sounding really sexist right now, Nick.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you sound
Women
like a
always be talking
terrible
about
person
snow.
From Canada.
Women always be talking about that snow, yo.
Interesting.
Bob, I was trying to sound like an Alaskan, obviously.
Fuck that one up.
Okay.
Okay.
What happens when you squelch somebody? You can right click on their portrait and squelch them.
Oh.
I don't know what you were thinking.
They just can't. They can't emote to you.
Oh.
I want to unsquelch him.
When I right-clicked and squelched, it made a fireball come out of Jaina. I think I did that.
Oh yeah, having a real direct impact. Nick is cheating.
Yeah. Oh, see, Don knows what I'm talking about.
And I gotta say, this 11-11 uncontested will be a real pickle for titties.
And he's gonna play Kel'Thuzad this round. So if it even dies,
I
mean,
love pickled titties.
You're gonna have to do 19 damage in one round to essentially get rid of the Thaddeus. Yeah, this is rip titties. Rip the titties.
Yeah, Nick, you made a really good prediction there when you said that Chill came in with enthusiasm, and indeed we are seeing the will and testament here of a very dangerous villain entering the tournament.
God damn it, Joe.
Well, Joe, when you say this is our first villain of the tournament?
Absolutely, Bob.
Well, I think we're gonna have a rip. R.I.P. for titties.
R.I.P. for titties.
All right.
Can we have an
Shout
ode
out.
to titties after this?
We all just yeah.
Joe,
I
can
would
you give
like-
us a nice song?
Yeah.
What I want is like actually like an ad. What's the lady with the like sad animals?
Oh, in the Sarah McLaughlin.
Sarah McLaughlin. I want a Sarah McLaughlin.
Arms of
Yeah.
some titties.
I wanted to say
Yeah.
Sarah Palin, but I felt that wasn't right.
Sarah Palin doing a
Titties, titties,
sad
titties,
television
titties.
commercial.
Ass and
Ass
titties.
and
Wow.
titties.
Nice.
Ass and titties. Ass, titties, titties, ass and titties.
Chill moves on.
And I do want to contest something here with Mr. Jabbernaut. So I do use Icy Veins for constructed decks because I'm not imaginative myself. And going through a few of them, I don't see the Velen's Chosen with the Acolyte of Pain very often. I found one deck in there. So, I mean, I get the value. There's in constructed there are much better uses for the Velen's Chosen, but we'll leave that one alone. So, do we want to bring in Mr. Chill the Beast, or do you?
Well, I
feel
gotta
like
ask.
bring in-
We've been bringing in our exiting players just to make
Yeah.
sure they get some words before they go, at least, you know.
Okay, well, let me find Mr. Titties here. Mr. Titties himself. He's
Mr.
somewhere.
Titties.
He is somewhere in here.
Mr. Titties.
Yeah.
We can still bring in anyone you want to bring in. This is your show. You
Well,
know?
shit, let's
but
bring in Karen
I
then.
think we should try to focus on getting at least the exiting players before they go.
I feel like we should just go ahead and bring in Goblin because he is going to be the best commentator right now.
Okay.
I have no basis
All right,
to back that up.
would you like me to leave?
No.
Yes.
Goblin can
he's just
take
gonna make
over
us
for
look
me.
Get out.
He's gonna make us look stupid. That's what I want to bring him in for.
All right, I'm fine with that.
So we do have with us the Titties himself.
Hello, Mr. Titties.
Hello, everybody.
So Titties, tell me here, how did you feel about that one?
I'd say not bad for like my second game ever played.
Nice.
That is an
Yeah.
impressive round of titties.
They are a voluptuous round of titties.
That was a nice game, but unfortunately, Titties had to be defeated.
Yeah, you know it happens. Happens to the best of us.
Do you feel that you were being?
Oh, please.
Do you feel that you were being judged unfairly by this villain looking down on you because of titties?
I felt a little discriminated against, but I just had to focus on the game, you know?
That's
just-
a really good
Yeah.
attitude.
Give your 110%.
110, prove them wrong. Do it.
But you didn't. You lost.
Oh, no. I failed horribly.
Yeah. I just want to make sure you understood.
Oh, yeah.
This isn't a victory lap.
Wait, you mean I'm not moving on? What?
Well, you just moved on in my heart. Let me tell you.
Oh, okay. Well, that's enough for me.
Nice. Nice.
We got to become
Yeah.
friends after this.
Okay.
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 Yeah.
Awkward.
Why? hold
Anytime
on.
you ask someone to become friends with you, it definitely like creates a moment of like, all right.
You got a MySpace?
Would you say it's because he doesn't have very
I-
many friends? Joe, not Ryvex.
It's
Ryvex, you
true.
have a lot of friends.
It's
You're
okay.
my friend. So you and I have been friends for a long time.
Oh, yes.
Like since we were kids, I think.
Wow,
Longer.
that's impressive. We've known Ryvex actually quite a bit, Joe, because he's come to some of our movie nights that we host for IRL. And
Hey, no,
I
no
think
self-promotion here. No.
Yeah, That's the only reason I'm doing this shit.
When do movie nights happen again? I can't remember.
We have them about once a month, but we announce them through Twitter and our YouTube channel. So just keep an eye out on those things.
So I do got to say, I did have Titties on my JimBob show then. And
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
episode
I recall
11.
the episode.
The different types of shit and their uses.
Yeah. I mean, it was some great shit that we had on Titties. So Titties is great on shit. Okay.
Well, I don't know about all of that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, some people are really into that.
Yeah.
There's websites.
Nick's got him
I know.
favorited bookmark.
Yeah, I'll
Nick,
send
what's
you
your
some.
favorite titty shit website?
Das Spreckenscheit.
Nice.
Spracken.
That's a good
Mine,
one.
my favorite, mine is www.dukeandtheduchess.com.
Nice.
That's a good one. That seems like almost real.
Nice.
I hope it's not.
So
Well, Ryvex, did you have a lot of fun today?
I did. Thank you so much for having me, guys. I do
Awesome,
appreciate
man.
it.
And we did put your channel link in the chat there. People should definitely go check you out. What's going on actually with your channel right now? I've been trying to follow you, but what's going on with like the Minute Nuzlocke and stuff?
I just moved into a new place, so that kind of put a damper on everything. But
Sure.
I am actually working on the next episode of the Minute Nuzlocke. It will be
Fantastic.
out hopefully next week or something like that.
Those are really awesome. So people should definitely go check those in particular. I mean, everything on your channel, of course, but in particular, those are a fast way to get to know you, and it's a really neat concept. So
Yeah, I
definitely want to
appreciate
see
it.
more of those.
Yep.
All right, man.
all right, Mr. Titties. Have a good one.
Alrighty, guys.
Stick around to see who wins.
Oh, I will. I'm in the Twitch.
All right, guys. Okay, so next up we do have Don Whisper versus the Black Arrow. What are you guys thinking on this preliminary before we even see what hero they're choosing?
You know,
Say again?
the thing about Dawn is that she's British, right? And immediately that makes her far less trustworthy. And so you never know what's going to happen coming from her deck. We could be seeing cards that she has in hand, and she could play cards that's up her sleeve, you know? And that definitely makes me think that she's possibly got an edge here.
You know, I'm going
don't
to
know.
counter that by telling you that Black Arrow comments on every single one of our videos, and he's my favorite.
So, well, I gotta say that Black Arrow just wants the free game.
Yeah, audience. Why can't you be as cool as Black Arrow?
He just wants the free game that you guys offer weekly.
That's true. That's true.
So do
He
I.
is. He's always tough. But you know what? That's not true because he even still comments when he's not eligible. Because if you win one, you're not eligible the following week. So, so yeah.
I feel like that's not true.
Okay. Okay.
Gosh, I can't argue with that.
That's true. I mean, there's no facts to counterpoint.
So I do gotta say I do feel bad for why do I not have Dawn Whisper in my group here?
Oh my God, you hate her.
Some kind of butt.
Some kind of butt.
That joke got 5 more laugh chokes than I would have expected.
Laugh jokes.
Well,
I've counted all of your laugh jokes.
I feel like your butt
She-
jokes are your best jokes.
My
She's
what?
not in their match yet, though, so they are still preparing to battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it's at right now. Yeah.
Yeah. That's totally where it's at.
So who is it? It's Dawn and Black Arrow. Are you guys in the chat there? Are you ready? Oh, the Black Arrow's muted already, so he must be. So yeah, they should be going any second.
Yeah. Any second, eh?
There we go.
They're doing battle with a friend. I can't see it. Why can't I see you, Black Arrow?
Yeah, give it a second, Bob. Give it a second. God damn it.
Man, that's intense.
Are
That was
you in,
aggressive.
Nick? Because I can't see it.
I'm in, so I can tell you that it looks like Dawn might be going first in this matchup,
That is correct.
and she's playing Jaina. Oh wait, Dawn isn't going first. Dawn is going second.
Well, we're totally screwed here because I can't see. That's too
Whoops.
bad.
For some reason, I am unable to
Yeah, I
spectate
can't-
Black Arrow,
I
unfortunately. I'm
cannot
not sure what's going
spectate
on
Black
with that.
Arrow either, so I'm only going to be able to see Dawn. We got an issue going on.
He's probably got his privacy settings set. So, Ashen, tell Dawn to accept my friend request so I can watch her.
Yeah. Otherwise, this is going to be like a radio Hearthstone tournament.
Oh, and we got 3 punches coming from the left wing.
What?
There's sweat dripping down his kneecaps. They are salty.
What?
I
Don't
can
get
almost
us started
smell
about
the
salty
aroma.
kneecaps.
Yeah, God. Crunchy, but just slightly moistened by the sweat. It's just like the perfect flesh texture.
We're missing it. I can't do it. Black Arrow probably has his probably has his spectate off or his privacy settings set to where you can't.
Right, and then you have no friendship with Dawn, so.
Which I added her, I thought.
I mean, I've definitely added her, so.
She didn't accept.
Joe, are you in
request.
here? Are you watching this?
Yeah, I'm messaging them both now.
Okay.
There she is. I can watch. I'm coming in. Hold on, guys. We're here.
All right.
As long as we can see one, that should be okay.
Yeah, we'll be okay. We'll tell Black Arrow.
But
needs
Black,
to fix
I
his
did tell
shit.
Black Arrow, and he's fixing it now.
Okay, and everybody, go ahead. If you're in this stream, go ahead and fix yours as well, so that this doesn't happen. There's probably only one more game this round, or
let me pull it up. We have two
then
more. We have
it'll be all
Goblin.
people after that we've already had.
So next we have Goblin versus Luke Ellis Island, and then we have a stand-in for Cam Skype Avengers versus Nightingale.
Okay, all right. So we've got 2 more games. All right, great. Yeah, so make sure your privacy settings are set
Yeah. So
to
go and
not
fix
private.
it.
Oh, he's got to play something, or he's got to end his turn because he's out of mana.
That turn is running out fast.
But he's out of mana, so I'm not sure what he's
So
waiting on.
he was just figuring out his settings, probably.
Good strategy. Good strategy.
Yeah.
Good job. That's what I would have done.
Now, I like this trade here of the Raptor and the Bear. It's a solid that's up trade, right? The Raptors too.
I wouldn't have traded it.
What would you trade?
I would have saved it because now you only have.
like-
you could have kept the Raptor on the board, and he has nothing to challenge you other than going straight face with the Bear into Senjin. So
You're gonna have to get through the Bear eventually.
right, but you wait for Senjin because Senjin will live, and then you still have 2 minions on the board. He fixed it. I can spectate Black Arrow. There we go. Good job, sir.
That happened like 5 minutes ago. I gotta say, I've been spectating Black Arrow for minutes now.
You must have a big
Keyboard.
keyboard.
Yes, I do. It's got pretty sizable buttons. I like it.
We also have that light speed internet, which puts us a little bit faster than the way you can perceive time space.
Yeah, not
So-
space time. Time.
No,
space.
time space. It's a physical space that operates on a timeline.
A lot like it's regular space. You might notice.
Yeah.
But it's way
It's-
different.
That's exactly the same. I just like to call it that because I have studied abroad.
Or
And by
two.
that I mean a woman.
I know.
get it.
That was my
I like to use antiquated terms.
Nick, I don't get it. Can
well,
you explain
that was my. You said abroad, and I said or two, implying that it was
I misunderstood,
Yeah,
so the
it's
whole
a-
joke
it's a
got
much-
messed up.
subtler way to do that joke. You bastard.
So I kind of feel like I want
Cool.
Dawn to win here, by the way, because she's
Oh,
at
shit.
a huge disadvantage.
Well, I've told you who
Why
I
do you
want
say
to win.
that?
Why do I say that? Because she had to transfer from the EU servers to the North American servers, or the Americas, just for this.
That's true.
Oh.
And so she has no cards. She's working fully off basic decks. And it'll be interesting. It'll be
true.
good. I'm
I
excited.
think she did do some heavy grinding to try to get some cards unlocked, but yeah, she had a rough time, that's for sure, being stuck with that.
I feel like that was a misplay, though. Because
Yeah,
if
she should have
would've
gone
went-
with the tortoise.
Yep, because it
turtle
has
tortoise.
corruption and it's going to die here anyways. You could have kept the River Crocodilus and went into the Direwolf Alpha. So now he's going to
All in all, though, looking at life totals, that life tab that damage adds up.
Oh, yeah. I agree. But he's going to play Sacrificial Pact on his little Blood Imp, and he's going to gain 5 health back real quick. So I mean, you gotta be careful with Warlock because they got some tricks up their sleeves.
A fireball will also close the gap on a warlock doing damage to themselves.
I do agree with that. Yes.
I don't agree. I just want to see what happens if you guys try to fight me on it.
No, nothing.
Well,
Exactly.
Honestly, I see a strategy for just going face as much as possible here for Dawn.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, I'm a little bit surprised at the fireball now, but I would have held on to that. But
I almost would have went Arcane Explosion, pinged the Succubus, and then left it with a 4/2, gets rid of the Blood Imp, and he has much less of a chance to use his Sacrificial Pact on a unplayable minion. Vaguely someone, I disagree. How's that? How is that? I disagree with you, vaguely someone. I disagree that we're agreeing too much.
Yeah, and I also did disagree, so Vaguely was clearly wrong.
Sacrificial Pact does make up.
He's British,
quite a
though,
bit.
right?
He is British. Do you not know who Vaguely someone is?
Well, that's his problem.
This is going to be a really strong turn. I would have waited on that, though.
Yeah, Ashton says that he and Don did play all night, so they were unlocking cards like crazy if they could. I don't know how many they're going to have, for use today, but they're trying at least.
Ping Arcane Intellect and then leave it at that. All right, Nick and Joe, you guys need to take over commentary for 2 seconds.
Okay.
1 second.
I also did.
2 second.
I did forget that I would want to share Don's YouTube channel here in the chat, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then Black Arrow, I don't think he has an active channel right now. I know he's starting to upload some stuff. I'll ask him if he wants us to share what he's got or if he's just doing practice for now.
Show us what you got.
Yes. So Dawn, actually, this is good. Dawn does have her YouTube channel, which I'll post here for her, but you can also just click on her name for her name in the group chat on Twitch for her Twitch stream, which she is, I think, slightly more active on in general. It's always kind of up and down with school and whatnot, but
I gotta say, polymorphing that monster into a sheep definitely seems like the act of a villain. We may be looking at the rise of our first villain here in this tournament.
It's a good analysis, Joe. I wouldn't have expected that.
That is getting dangerously close to fireball clinching range.
Clenching? Clench your fireballs, boys.
We're going deep into the fireball city, where the girls are also fireballs.
Yeah. Oh, bringing out a chart. It's going to take out that taunting goblin there. That was a good move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now all she has to do is lay the groundwork for closing this one out.
Snap. Yeah. Oh, she's calling it too with the well played. 1 turn early.
That's the kind of taunting a villain uses.
Yeah, I would agree. We've got our first villain of the tournament right now.
I liked it better when you were
I don't care.
incredulous about my use the first villain of the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a little bit offended that
she has nothing to lock this in with it. The fact, like, she doesn't have a charge or anything.
She has a fireball that can go straight to his face.
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry. Apologies. Could he just
Black
kill himself?
Arrow is
That's
taking it
awesome.
himself.
Oh, Black Arrow.
Is a hero sacrifice. First hero of the tournament in a lot of ways.
Well done.
First hero. Oh, beautiful.
She's totally the hero of this. You know that, right?
No, Black Arrow killed himself, and that makes you a hero, according to Joe.
No.
Please, nobody follow through with that. Do not try to be a hero in Joe's eyes.
Vaguely makes a poignant observation there.
So, I don't have either of them on my Sky.
Either of who? Oh, Dawn or Black Arrow?
No, I do have Dawn. Let's bring Dawn in. So, I don't have Black Arrow. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, Black Arrow is the same name he uses everywhere. Black Arrow 5.
Black
You can just add that.
Arrow 5. There he is. I will add him to my contacts.
An option to go solo adventures.
While we're waiting for him to accept. We'll be quiet. I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. Well, I thought you were gonna say something. While we're waiting, guys fill in the blank. Hey, chat, if you're interested in knowing what we're going to do while we're waiting, go ahead and you can decide. You tell us what we're going to do. Go ahead, chat.
What's going on?
What?
What's going on?
Are you asking the chat what's going on?
No, what's going on? What's going on in general with the tournament?
Well, there have been some rounds, and there have been some winners. There have been some true heroes and some true villains today.
Wow. Yeah, I'm always on the lookout for a villain. That's the first thing I look for in a tournament, to be honest.
So who would you say is the true villain?
Well, we've seen a lot of villains rise as the first villain of the tournament.
But we've really yet to see the first big villain of the tournament, I would say.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to see who comes out as number one. You know, some early favorites. I really liked the way legendary deck guy. Do I have to give you his name proper? What's his name proper?
That was Cosmic.
Cosmic Axis.
Yes, thank you.
You know, he could be coming out with any deck next, and that's a really intense prospect for a villain. You know, we don't know what that villain's capable of, and that's
true.
a little scary.
But he did also say good luck to everyone, and that made his presence in our hearts grow.
Yeah,
Nick,
he's definitely a villain you kind of love to hate because he's obviously he is a villain, but his personality is so charming. You know, you got to like.
Well, we've got Black Arrow on the call.
Oh.
Well, but hold on. Before we go to Black Arrow, Nick, do you feel like Joe has a little bit of deck envy with Cosmic Axis?
I think Joe has a lot of deck envy.
I do too. So I think that's why he called him a villain, to be the true villain of the show.
Well, I sold all my decks, so I'm deckless right now.
Yeah.
True. So we do have Black Arrow.
Hi.
How's it going, man?
Not great.
Yeah. How'd that go for you?
You had a strong chance at the start of that one, though. I mean, it was going pretty well for a little while.
Well, I don't know really what happened. I kind of called it in the beginning, so
You know,
in a way, I expected it. So
the tough part is when you're talking about a person who has fireballs to do a bunch of damage, and you're warlocking yourself. You know, it just puts you so much closer to the burnout range. And it was just, I think it was in a lot of ways a bad matchup because she had a lot of aggro and just direct damage.
And she's British, so
yeah, she's a villain, so that's tricky. But I mean, the way you heroically handled the end of that, I was like clapping internally.
Yeah, you took out on your own terms.
Well done.
Yeah, I knew when I was beat, so I just thought I'd end it my own way.
It was a brilliant finish.
First true hero of the tournament, and that's.
Thank you.
That's beautiful.
You are a true hero. Thank you, Black Arrow.
I love eating Heroes in the morning.
Hey, by the way,
is that like Greek gyro like cereal?
Yes. Just drop a whole one in a bowl of milk.
Tzatziki sauce just like leaking out and
yeah.
Nice. That sounds amazing. Heroes are.
That was great.
Yeah. So, Black Arrow, I do appreciate your participation and the not last minute, but being able to be that stand-in and help us out. I truly do want to applaud you for that, sir.
No problem. I had a great time.
Yeah, thanks for coming out. Do you have your YouTube channel? I know you've got a few things that you're starting to work on with that. Do you want to promote that today, or?
Sure. Yeah.
You can drop. It looks like Bob has all of it enabled, so you can just drop a link in the chat for yours, and we'll get that out there to everybody. They can check you out.
Cool. I'll do that.
Sweet.
All right.
Thanks for having me, guys. That was fun.
Thanks for playing
Twitch.
And good luck on your future Hearthstone tournaments, and I hope to see you back.
Joe. Oh no. What is that website?
I don't know. Site can't be reached. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yikes. All right. So for our next matchup, wow, my words are gone. I don't know what to do, guys. I can't commentate anymore. I gotta go.
It's
home.
for your next matchup. We have
Goblin.
Yeah.
Luke Ellis Island. You guys are next.
All right.
So put
Luke
it in the chat.
Goblin
just in case.
Island.
Oh my god. An island of goblins.
Named Luke.
Oh.
Did that just make you Yeah, all right. I don't want to know.
I've been thinking about doing. I think I was talking to you guys earlier about it. We're doing a 5-minute video of grunts for our channel. and I just wanted to test the waters here. Would you guys be interested if I did a 5-minute YouTube video of just me making grunt noises? If enough of you say yes, like 2 of you, I'll make it. So.
Can I vote in this?
Yeah.
So I would love you to do
can't vote in
grunts.
this.
No, Nick, no. You can't tell me what to do. You're not my mom. I don't work in this Twitch stream.
Oh. Wait. If you did.
You could tell me what to do.
Okay. Even though it's your Twitch stream? Don, don't encourage him. Jesus.
See, Don is an 11 out of 10 for grunt noises.
Oh my gosh, everybody.
Vaguely says, if I did a 5-minute grunt video, he would be arrested on a bus.
Yeah. I don't know who SOTL75 is, but they just say yes.
Love.
As does Jabberknot. Ugh.
Uh-oh.
Oh god, guys, this is starting.
Yeah, I'm already in, gentlemen.
Ooh. That's a pretty hunter.
That is a pretty hunter.
That's... You shouldn't really base someone on how they look, thank you.
Did you know
the art is pretty.
That Alira is the sister of Sylvanas?
No.
You didn't know that?
No, I did.
Who's Alira?
She's the
I know who
intern that we're
Sylvanas
looking
is.
at.
I could have
She's
guessed,
the
I guess, by
center
the
right
last
here.
name of.
She's right
But-
here.
Yeah, the Windrunner family.
I was a really big fan of Warcraft lore going into World of Warcraft, and I really lost interest in World of Warcraft pretty quickly. Like, I played vanilla for a while, but it didn't hold me. And then the lore exploded, and I was like, "Oh man, there's a lot of cool stuff happening," but I haven't kept track of any of it, and I'm never going to keep up. I'm never going to catch up with it. So
They need to
so
release a
much has
progression server. JonTron just released a video about how pissed off he is that Blizzard not only will not release a progression video, but server, excuse me. Somebody stood up at a con and asked, "Hey, will you guys ever do like a legacy server kind of thing?" And they said, not only no, they will not do that, but you don't want them to do that. You think you do, but you don't actually want it. Like, what a bold fucking thing to tell your fans. No. You don't want that.
Right.
You think you know your inner desires, but you don't. We've got it covered. Just shut up and play our game. It's really bizarre to me.
I agree because I don't know, Blizzard's I feel like Blizzard's a pretty arrogant company as it is.
Oh yeah.
Because
I mean they definitely earned a lot of it, but
yeah, they haven't really done much wrong.
Well, Diablo 3 I think was a huge misstep in a lot of ways. And I haven't played since they've said that it's been corrected by like expansions and stuff. I've heard it's better now, but I was really disenchanted by it, and then Path of Exile was like, this is all I wanted from Diablo 3, and I haven't looked back.
Yeah. I didn't really like Diablo 3, but I do gotta agree with Jabberknot here on the actual gameplay going on. That's a lot of face attacking right off the bat. And
Yeah, this is the quickest damage we've seen done.
I think it's going to be a huge misplay if Goblin attacks with his weapon here. Which I'm waiting in bated breath.
He's
I'm
thinking
really
about it.
I'm really tempted with one of these channel links that I'm posting in the chat to just post like a porn link and see what people do. Like if anybody calls me out on it, or if they're like,
Did you not click on Duke and the Duchess?
I didn't click on that one. That's true.
Because I really want to make that website now.
Well, maybe they're not commenting on it, Joe, because it's such a good porn link that you gave them.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a true possibility.
Secret. He's got a secret.
Is it a porn secret?
It's a porn secret.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's a true porn secret.
So I posted Goblin's channel. He's Golem and Goblin Studios, or half of it. Well, I got like a fifth of it now, I guess. But I'm also going to post Luke's channels here. But Luke has multiple channels. I suppose I will post. He generally likes to promote his Walrus's Gaming channel. But I'm going to post both his regular channel.
I gotta say, this match looks really even.
Yeah, I felt like the right play for Goblin would have been to attack and then play Tundra Rhino. Because that'll put him into range next round, because He's gonna trade with Senjin into the Ironfur Grizzly, and now he has no beast on the board. And when he plays either Stampeding Kodo, he's gonna waste the battle cry, or he's gonna leave the Rhino unprotected, right?
I mean, he's gonna have to kind of just go. Hope he draws well. I think.
Because you could have almost set it up that you play Tundra Rhino, and then you go into the Ironfur and Hero Power, and then you play Corehound, which a Corehound with a Tundra Rhino is pretty much a game ender.
Well, here's an option at least, just to get some dudes on the board. And the Hunter. Oh, he's going for it though.
What was your option going to be exactly?
The Hunter and then just a face attack.
The boar. Oh, okay.
And this is interesting because while Goblin has the momentum, Luke has. Just mixing up mages. Luke has a whole set of hands.
Never mix your mages. It's very dangerous.
And that is gonna make this a lot closer.
That's tough. That is hard to deal with.
Yeah, I agree. But if you look at Luke's hand, he doesn't have anything to deal with the Corehound right off the bat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so I think he's going to be fine. Whatever.
I mean, this is. I think Goblin has the end next turn if Luke can't put up a defense.
And Jabberknot says, "Face never trade." I can't tell what that means exactly. Is that a directive to attack the face and not trade, or is it saying never trade on face hits?
Well, face versus trade are two different things. Trade is when you're trading the board to control it, right?
Right. These are different. These are different things presented in one statement.
Right.
Yeah. No. So what he's saying is face is generally better. It generally is. Trading is usually not ideal because here's the idea. If you're ahead of them in the damage race, then they are going to be forced to trade with you because they need to get your creatures off the board so they can stay alive.
Right.
Taunt and some other effects will change that. If you have a target that has to be cleared out, then sometimes you have to trade. But it's almost always better to go for the face.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I agree. And especially with the Hunter because he has such a strong hero power. Every turn you're doing 2 damage.
But you know what? I think we've really drawn the line here. There's a line in the sand written by our first villain in the tournament. Goblin draws that line
solidly.
Yep.
Solid, deep groove. Because
deep
that
villain
was
groove. Yep.
handled.
Yeah, that was deep. It was deep, so deep that we're gonna have to invite Mr. Luke Ellis Island to the call. But I don't have. He's one I don't have either.
Oh, Dawn has just invoked the name of one of my favorite desserts of all time. Oh, scones. Oh, in my mouth. So dry.
Vaguely's asking if I'm here. Yeah, I'm here, Vaguely. He's asking in the Skype chat for some reason, a direct message to me.
Huh?
Let's see about getting Luke in here.
Unfortunately, Nick is not here at the moment. He's dead. So for all of you who are interested in maybe having Nick available, never again.
Bob, I just put his Skype name in there. So in the Skype
I
chat.
did say one of my favorite desserts. I have many favorite desserts. Whiskey cake is, I think, potentially my favorite. It's really hard to call.
Holy cow.
Chocolate milk, I think it's a dessert. Like, it's not really a regular beverage. And if chocolate milk is counted dessert, then that's probably my favorite. But whiskey cake, scones, Oreos, really gooey, undercooked chocolate chip cookies. Those are like my fab 4. What about you guys? What's your favorite desserts? What about you guys? What's your favorite desserts?
I had to think on it. I think my favorite thing is always the mix of hot and cold when you have like a hot brownie and cold ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
It's very simple.
That's
classic.
my favorite video on Duke and the Duchess.
The hot brownie and the cold ice cream. It does fit that website quite well. Oh, I'm gonna give you a hot brownie here, Duchess.
right all over my ice cream. They're so cold. I had them in the freezer.
So I would like to say that we could have a pretty good matchup next set here. If
Do say it.
so, Goblin just won, and in the bracket he could play his wife. Do you think that might be awkward?
Whoa, I love it.
I think it'd be fantastic.
That'd be a battle of like potential, villain civil war. I really find that interesting.
Yeah, villains. There are a ton of villains. Who all do you
Oh
think is a
man,
villain?
I'm making Black Arrow incredibly hungry with all this dessert talk.
Joe, tell me who all your villains are in this tournament so far.
Well, Flames, obviously, one of the first villains. Cosmic Axis. We just saw, Dawn and Goblin Plays are both the first villains of the tournament as well. Who else?
Now, how do you feel about Chill the Beast?
A really strong, showing from that villain. You were saying that he was really pumped for this, and it showed in his villainous entrance.
Hey guys.
Oh,
It's
hello.
Luke Ellis Island.
Yeah.
It is.
I love
How you
these
doing, man?
around.
I'm doing pretty good. How are you guys?
Yeah, you feel good after that beating?
I mean, I think for this was the third time I've ever played the game.
Sure,
I think I did pretty well, all things considered.
Yeah, it
Totally.
it was really close, and I mean, it looked like Goblin had a little bit more prep in his deck, but
Yeah.
but that's, I mean, for you to make it as far as you did with that was awesome.
Yeah, I did a lot better than I thought I was gonna do.
Yeah, I mean, good deck prep is what you need to do. You got to keep it clean at all times
For sure.
and keep that synergy flowing. So, Luke, you've been in the Twitch almost the whole. You've seen all the games except one. Are you gonna pick a winner? Who's gonna make it so far all the way to the end?
I don't know, cause it's kind of hard for me to say, cause I don't I'm watching, but I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah, I'm not really quite sure. I think Cosmic's got it, cause I know he plays a lot, but I have no idea otherwise.
You ready to put some money down on that?
Nah.
No, neither am I.
Well, it's just a reminder that there is money out there riding on whoever hears my phone first.
So, I heard
Should
it.
I call Joe's phone?
Yeah, I feel like we're at an advantage here because we're on the Skype call, and there's a delay into the chat. So I feel like we're gonna go ahead and win this one. But Luke, if you had to pick one person, you're gonna say Cosmic Axis all the way.
Yeah, if I had to pick one, I'd go for Cosmic.
Forcing you. Yeah.
No, I'm not.
That's a strong endorsement. I wonder if that's going to affect the super delegates.
I feel like he's getting a lot of love because he came out with a flashy deck first round.
It's true.
Yeah.
A lot of flash.
So-
But he also he showed some heart in that interview, I think.
I'll give you that.
Possible redemption arc in store for Cosmic Axis if he keeps that kind of behavior up.
Yeah.
All right. So Luke, man, appreciate you being on here. Everybody, make sure you check out Luke's channel. It has been posted by our good friend Nick. Nick is unfortunately not with us today.
Yeah, I
he did
died.
post in the chat.
Yeah, unfortunate, really.
Yeah.
All right, Luke, I
I'm
appreciate
going to be
it, man.
turning over my channel to Vaguely Someone fully. He'll be posting once every 6 months.
If he puts effort into it.
Yeah.
That's if we're lucky.
Well, Vaguely's kind of like the YouTube. I don't want to say
Favorite?
horror. I don't want to say horror. I kind of want to say he's
Slut?
been around on everybody's YouTube channel except his
Oh my
own.
God, what a reputation.
He's almost like the Village Bicycle, right?
Yeah, never had a ride. Yeah.
The village potato, everybody's had a bite.
Nice.
Oh, well played.
Yeah.
All right,
man.
let's move on.
Yep. Thank you,
All
sir,
right.
and hope you have good luck in your future Hearthstone tournaments.
Thanks.
All right. So next up, we do have the stand-in for Cam from Skype Avengers. His internet problems prevented him from being on the show, but we do have a stand-in, and then we do have Nightingale. I can't remember who the stand-in was. Who's running
I
this
just gotta
show?
say, Don does bring up a really good point. Ashen won his game without even playing a card, and if he can keep that kind of skill up, then I don't even see what kind of chance the other villains have here.
Yeah. That really stages him to be the first villain of the tournament. If he can just carry that all the way to the end.
All right, so we do have...
By first villain, I mean like first place villain, by the way.
Right. Well, exactly. We do have Jabbernut versus Nightingale. So that is Goblin's wife. And Nick, I think you already posted Goblin's channel. I mean, you kind of... Yep. You have to promote the husband, right?
I suppose. That's up to her, I suppose. But presuming, yeah, Goblin's channel has been posted already. Go on the Goblin Studio.
All right, so they are in and ready to go.
That's my favorite phrase to hear.
It's uncomfortable. That's what I usually hear.
Cricket. I think Bob's died.
Yeah, he did. He did.
He did. Yeah.
I died from stupidity.
He did.
I don't know that I have. Okay, I've got Nightingale. I don't know that I have
Jabbernaut yet.
Yeah.
Well, that's your fault. So.
Well, yeah. Just start with one and then get the other while we're going.
We have Jabbernaut's jam on the Jambol Jube.
I gotta say.
Is this a rogue versus mage fight here?
Yep. Right off the bat, I'm gonna say Jabbernaut's going Mill Rogue. So Mill Rogue, he's gonna pretty much work the mage all the way down to fatigue, so she has no cards, and then she just starts as you draw a card, it starts taking health away, and it's gonna happen. He's pretty bold for playing Mill Rogue in a tournament.
I don't know if you have found his BNet yet, but I put it in the chat for you, Joe, in the Skype chat.
Oh, thanks. Shaboopy.
Although he has to accept you, so it might not work out anyway.
That's fine. I've got an in at least.
Yeah. And you're almost ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Shaboopy. All right.
Well, what do we have here? I don't know what we're
a lot of shit's
at.
going
yeah,
real
there's
fast.
a lot of cards happening so quick. How does he
got some mill action going there?
Yeah. That's exactly what Bob was talking about, but how does he cycle them like that exactly so quickly?
Well, Bob, what's your answer to that question?
Bob isn't here.
I'm not so sure. I mean, that poison weapon does look pretty scare.
He dead, as it were. So he will not be able to provide an answer for you, Joe.
That is exciting to me.
Is it?
Well, he died on the show. I've never been talking to someone while they died before, and that interests me in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I think that kind of really rises you up as a villain. Some might even say you're the first villain of this tournament.
What are you talking about? I love strawberries. They're great. You cover them in chocolate.
That didn't distract me as successfully as I think you might have hoped.
And I could really list a whole bunch of books I've got on my bookshelf right now. I've got Lord of the Rings, Unwrapped Sky, Kingdoms of the
Could do
Night,
that. No one is asking you to.
Game of the Wind. I've got
Really, we need you to deal with these
collection of
accusations. You seem to like to call everyone else a villain, but are you really just trying to distract us from your own malevolence?
What were we talking about? Probably.
Honestly, I don't know. I stopped listening to you.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. Well, what's going on here, Nick? What's your read on the situation? What's your read on the stitch?
We've got a hovering Deathlord card. He was thinking about the play. He just threw it down though, so he committed to that. That is a solid choice. I can imagine it was tough for him, probably caused some emotional vexation, but he went for it. Now he's really thinking about that agent, but I don't know if it's the right time for it, and I think he's maybe thinking the same thing. He's gonna play a lesser card. He's got some poison out, getting that ready to hit hard and take this fight home. Yeah.
Nightingale is in a real pickle here, and you know what they say about birds and pickles. They don't eat them, so that's not ideal for a bird.
I've heard that.
Would a bird eat a pickle?
Probably depends on the bird. There's a lot of different kinds of birds with all very specific diets.
I think we're talking about nightingale.
That's That's true. It's a very astute observation that you've made.
Thanks.
Black Arrow would like to know if you're feeling okay. Did you just have a stroke?
Yes. Yeah, I did. But it's okay. It passed.
That's good. No hospital visits today.
Billy Zane is back, apparently.
Billy
I'm back.
Zane is back.
Yep.
But
Sorry.
Bob is what we should call him.
Well, I'll consider it.
Bob, why don't you, since you're going to be a little late to start giving commentary on this match, probably, why don't you regale us with the sort of origins of your multifaceted names?
Well, so about a year ago, I had a YouTube channel that went by Billy Z. I'm a big fan of Billy Zane.
Great guy.
Good.
Really
Yeah,
loved him in
into
that Tales from the Crypt movie
Yes.
Yep.
when he played a demon. That was great.
Yeah, that was.
His dick was made of light.
Well, and then that kind of teetered off, and then I wanted to do a new channel with my friend from high school, Jim, and so we came up with the name JimBob, which my real name is Bob, and so I just changed it. So.
All right. So you literally were never Billy. It was just your fan homage to Billy Zane.
Yeah, I mean he's a big inspiration in my life.
Yeah.
This is a really great, name origin story, but we got a bit breaking news right now. I think we're some like 8 rounds in. First villain of the tournament is appearing here. Jabbernaut is looking to be an unstoppable threat, a really dangerous foe coming into this tournament, and everyone else has really got to be watching the rise of this.
And that's a pretty
first
complete
villain.
That's a dark horse there, because this was actually not even intended in the original bracket. Jabbernaut was a fill-in.
I feel like you're being racist.
You always say that.
But do I?
I mean, it's because I'm always racist, but it's not relevant. I'm just saying you always say that.
Those are some words.
Those are some words of wisdom by Nick.
I like how we have natural conversation that never has a stop or an awkward pause. We're just like, we're flowing. We're hitting it all the high marks. We're good at this, guys.
Well, I'm more interested in what Jabbernaut's preparing to do here with that Vanish card out. So
Tell me.
As I talked, this is a mill rogue, right? And Vanish is gonna bring all these cards back to your deck, which would in turn almost give him 10 cards. You can only have 10 cards in your hand at one time. Kind of. So he had to waste that backstep just to get out there. And again, Mill Rogue, he's gonna play her to fatigue. I think he's just doing it to show off because he could have had her in this last one.
Anything to stretch out these matches and make them painfully boring is something I'm a fan of.
Are you bored?
No.
I mean, I think what we're seeing is honestly the showboating of the first true villain.
So
the joke's never going to get old.
I will never stop making it.
I know.
Why do you think it's going to get old?
How can it get old if it's the first villain every time?
Exactly.
Damn it.
I made myself laugh.
Damn it.
I just made myself laugh.
I've got problems.
But I think to be fair to Nightingale
Jesus.
here, she's drawn up against pretty much a brick wall here because he's gonna play her to the end, man. He's gonna gang up on this Cold Light Oracle and get 3 more in his deck, and it's gonna hurt.
I mean, this is like watching a piece of soft bread go up against, as you said, a brick wall, and the bread won't go through a brick wall. That just won't happen.
Can we make more brick wall analogies?
So now Nightingale has 10 cards in her hand, and if he makes her draw any more, it's gonna just destroy. She won't ever get to play it.
I don't even think we have to make an analogy here. I think if you try to take 10 cards, like playing cards or magic
damn it,
cards,
I was gonna say it.
And put it on
where
a
I
brick
was
wall,
going.
They're not going right. They're not going through that.
That's what I was
no
gonna say.
analogy needed.
That's fair. You guys, I mean, you did well with that one.
Yeah, we worked together on it.
Don Whisper wants me to go through and make a special name for each of the first villains so far.
I don't
Oh,
think
like
he
a
needs
villain
to.
name?
Yeah.
I don't think
So
he
like
needs to,
Flames
Joe.
is like Flame Strike the Ever Living or something?
Oh, I thought it was going to be Flamio Hotman.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's your choice. You're the one making the names.
I'm going to go with Flamio Hotman for him.
Okay. Flamio Hotman.
I think we'll come up with the rest as we see these guys come out again.
Okay.
We'll try to give them each a villain name.
Because you can't remember.
It's a lot of people to try to remember.
It is. It absolutely is. Cosmic, I always forget the second part. Cosmic Axis. Was
Cosmic
the
Axis
next one.
Powers is his name.
Yeah, good one. Solid. You didn't want to go with like Cosmic Axis of Evil or anything?
No, Axis Powers pretty much covers that.
Okay. I mean, I imagine something in his name may have something to do with that whole naming convention anyway.
Probably.
Like space?
Yeah.
Nazis?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Silver Surfer.
Well, what if he's just a big fan of Axis and Allies, the video game, and he wanted to take
Could
it
be.
to the next level, like
Could be.
Cosmic Axis and Allies?
Yeah. I'd play that for like one time.
I probably wouldn't play that. I feel like that would be...
You would just outright avoid it. You'd be like,
Yeah.
fuck that. I am not interested.
It would probably be bad.
It's harsh, man. Hey, Joe, do you have any thoughts on if games can be empirically bad?
Did we not talk about this on stream? I can't remember.
No,
What
we
is this?
didn't. So you just
Covered?
wasted the whole joke. Congratulations.
I was reading the Twitch chat.
It was before the stream.
Yeah. Games cannot be empirically bad. You're talking about the argument of whether or not, empirically
Cosmic.
implies that everybody has to absolutely agree. Every possible person that could experience the game, and that's just not going to happen. The quality of a game will always be a relative, measurement.
And I disagree.
I agree.
I disagree because the quality of a game, there's two qualities of a game. Sure, somebody can
probably
like a
many.
terrible game. Somebody can like a terrible game, but that's your opinion, right? So your
Yeah.
opinion of the game is
Right.
great.
So therefore, it's not empirically. You can't measure it.
Academically,
by-
you can measure the quality of a game. Yes, you can.
Sure, but you can't.
You can't.
You can't. Yeah, sure, but you
can.
can't.
You can.
The
You
fact
can
that
go
you
through a
can't- you
game
can
and go
measure
through the...
aspects on a spectrum of. You can never measure value, right? You could just measure
Look,
comparatively
someone
to
out
something
there-
else.
Someone out there likes Sonic Boom.
And somebody in here likes Sonic Golf, right?
I mean,
Every day.
love playing some free stroke Sonic
but to be
Golf.
fair-
Every day.
To be fair, you could go through a game and grade it off of the technical aspect of said game and say whether it's good or bad. I mean, if it has
You
just
will
a
never
ton
be
of
able to say
technical-
it's good or bad.
Yes, you can.
What you're
It has a
saying is,
ton of
if you're grading the
technical
qualities, then you're saying, all right, based on this evidence of these mechanics being bad, you're still the one decreeing them being bad. You're still the one coming
Right,
up with
it's-
the measurement for what makes them bad.
It's
and somebody
always
else might
subjective.
disagree.
There's
Yes.
never a defined reason to say something is good or bad. The same with food or anything else.
It's like, let's go to like the Resident Evil control argument, right? Some people hate Resident Evil because you have to stop to point and shoot, but for other people that is awesome. It's like what makes the game, like the kind of poor controls make the game better.
Okay.
And that's a dividing line. But some people will say that mechanic is terrible, and others will say that is good. And you can't say that one is correct and one is incorrect.
You
I can't
can
believe
go
this
through a
actually
game.
went down a rabbit hole of a conversation. I was just trying to make a callback
hold
joke
on.
for us.
You can take a game and look at it technically and say, okay, so it's broken here. There's bugs here. There's
Okay,
this
but
piece
sometimes
of code
bugs lead to
doesn't
some of the
work.
favorite parts of a game. So bugs in themselves are not inherently bad.
If it's
Or
broken,
look at a
it's
game
not
like
good.
Morrowind, which is full of bugs, but it's still a fantastic game in my personal opinion.
And well, this conversation has been empirically bad. That defeat was empirically strong.
But I agree with Vaguely. I agree with Vaguely in the chat. But don't people who like the controls still recognize their poor controls? So from a technical aspect, you both are wrong with the fact of saying that empirically a game cannot be bad. Yes, it can. It absolutely can be bad.
Empirically, it is impossible because
By
the measurement of what is
definition
good and
that
bad
word.
completely is dependent on individual people, and you can't have a perfect consensus between human beings.
All right, let's get to chat
empirical
here.
measurement can only be in hard, measurable, quantifiable factors. You can't quantify if something feels good or feels bad. You can only quantify measurement units.
Hey, I'm telling you, there are games that are bad. It doesn't matter. It doesn't
true.
matter what you think of the game.
I
There are
believe
games
many
that are
games are
technically
bad, personally.
and there are games that are technically bad, and they will never be good. I don't care if one person thinks it's a good game.
There are games that are technically bad by standards of consumers and industry, yes.
If
there are
one
games
in
that
a
are
million
technically
people
bad
think that
by
a terrible
technical.
game is good, then
Then it is
can't
not
say that game-
empirically bad.
Yeah, it is not empirically bad because one person thinks it's good.
You guys are saying empirically. I'm saying technically. Technically, it's a fucking shitty game.
But the argument is you disagree with Joe saying that there are no games that are empirically
I
bad.
disagree with Joe saying that there are bad games because technically there are bad games.
Wait, you
You
disagree with Joe
guys
saying
are
there are
saying-
bad games?
Oh, there are fucking terrible games.
But now you're saying you disagree with Joe saying there are bad games.
I
You
don't know.
flip-flopped.
I am not flip flopping. There are terrible games, and there are sure people could like terrible games. It doesn't make it a good game by any means.
No.
It
Of course
doesn't make it a
not.
terrible game either. That some people think they're terrible games.
It does too.
The quantity of people who have an opinion doesn't make that opinion any more correct. You can have a minority of people that believe something, and it doesn't make them wrong.
From a technical aspect, yes, they are wrong. They can like terrible aspects of a game. It's still a bad game. You can like a game because it's so bad. That's why B movies do so well, because it is intentionally a bad movie that people like because it's bad.
They're often not intentionally bad.
Yeah, and I mean, here's the thing.
There is a market for
People-
intentionally bad movies, but that's not what all B movies are.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. We're getting a lot of Twitch action in the chat that we need to commentate on the game. So this is the first round. We'll go ahead and take a quick break. So do a bio break, do whatever you got to do, and then come back in 5 minutes. So it's 3:58 Central Standard Time. Come back at 4:02, 4:05, whatever you want.
And now, Joe drinks a bottle of water. Oh, so thirsty. Look at this. Kroger brand purified drinking water. All 16.9 fluid ounces of it. That's 1.05 pints. And if you're counting in milliliters, well, that's 500 milliliters. I could gobble this thing up right now. And I will. Mm. Ooh, that was tasty. I really liked that. You got anybody got anything in the? I'm your halftime entertainment. If you guys have anything you want me to do during halftime, type it into the chat. I'll do it.
Like you need to
I'll
do
do anything.
some ASMR for them. People are really digging the water. You should try and do it again.
I might. I got some more right here.
So yeah, what you guys are seeing is the bracket updated on the screen. Unfortunately, Jabbernut, you didn't get in that first round.
I'm going to up the ante on this next water bottle. I've got a bottle of Jif peanut butter. I'm just going to twist the lid. Oh.
Ashton, I apologize. You are...
Can you hear that?
I can.
The peanut butter bottle. It's peanut butter. I'm just going to get a nice load of that on my tongue.
I feel like this is hot.
That's sticky. Oh, it's really sticky.
So gross.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna need to wash this down. Oh god. All right, here we go. Some Kroger drinking water.
Oh my god. That's so bad, dude. Alright, so you guys should see it refreshing here.
Oh, spilled it all over me.
It's fucking disgusting.
Right?
That was really good peanut butter.
I hate everything. Do we have Nightingale for exit interview, or does she want to do that?
I do not have her Skype. We could interview the Jabbernaught if you want. I spelled his last name wrong too.
I'm asking in the Twitch stream if Nightingale is interested.
Yeah, I screwed you up, Jabbernut. Not. Is it a knot?
By not having it in the first. That's fine. I think people get the idea that he was a fill-in. At least up on the second one now.
Incorrectly.
Well, dolphins swim in the water,
So
and
I
if you
think-
know where dolphins go, you might find a mega mutant dolphin in the water. These oceans are made of Kroger purified drinking water. That was a song for Mega Space Mutant Dolphin.
Yeah, that was nice. Well done. So I feel like these next set of games need to go a little bit faster. We need to get things going just a little bit quicker.
Sure.
So do we have Flames and Cosmic Axis back?
Knight is up for an interview, though.
All right, let's do one quick interview with Knight. Do we get her Skype?
Goblin, how do we get her Skype? Wait 30 seconds.
The waiting game.
Jody, have another song request there.
Space is big. When you look at space, you get a boner. It's space and sexy, big old space. Yeah.
Big and sexy.
Yeah. That's how I feel about space.
Yep, I feel the same exact way.
I mean, have you guys ever just looked at the sky and just been like, oh, I'm hard.
I am fully
Erect.
I'm done. All right, so let's add Mr. Goblin real quick.
What is Cosmic's battle tag? Let's see. Here we go.
He's Cosmic Axis. So welcome, Goblin.
Flames is asking. We'll get him in here.
Goblin's wife. I'm sorry, Nightingale. I was looking at the picture and said your name. Hello.
Okay, we can't hear you if you're talking there, Nightingale.
Hello, Mrs. Nightingale. Hello.
I don't know that she's British.
I'm not. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay.
Very strongly, in fact.
Oh.
Now.
Oh well. Okay.
I like it. So you went up against what seemed to be the dankest villain of the night. He had a really brutal strategy.
Yeah, that was pretty stealthy. I definitely, like a couple turns in, realized like, oh, he's just gonna keep doing this until I don't have.
Yeah. Yeah, he played you, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He's the mill rogue for you.
Yeah, it was. I can't say it was fun, but it's a good strategy.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm sorry you didn't have a fun time. I mean, Jabbernut was a last-minute ad too, and you kind of got you got wrecked. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I did. No, he did. He did a good job. Like I just, it's frustrating to play when you have that up against you. You know.
So you're looking forward to his utter defeat.
Maybe. We'll see. I know he plays Goblin next, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that's a definite like progression of story here. He's taken you out. Now Goblin has to try to come in and avenge.
I know.
I'm very curious to see how that one plays.
I mean, this is just like the Viper versus the Mountain, and I'm really excited.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if he keeps that strategy going, I mean, he could really take anybody out. Because you can't do anything if you run out of cards. So.
That's true. So, all right, Nightingale, thank you for participating in the tournament. Unfortunately, you couldn't play Goblin in the next round.
Yeah, that would have been a good one as well. And Nightingale, we don't usually see you on YouTube stuff or Twitch or anything else. Is this coming out for this one? Is this going to be like a trend for you? You going to try to do some more, or is this a one go and done?
Probably like a one-time deal. I just play Hearthstone because it's fun. So he asked me if I wanted to do it, and I said I would. So thanks for having me.
Well, awesome. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you.
Perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and get that next round queued up. So again, as you can see from the bracket, we do have Flames versus Cosmic Axis. If you guys want to go ahead and queue against each other, let's get it going.
This is the first battle between two men who are both the first villain of the tournament.
So I made a bold statement in the chat, by the way. My prediction is going to be Cosmic versus Jabber in the final. It's no slide on anybody else. That's not saying anybody else is bad.
Well, I'm going to predict Flames then. Just to counter you.
I'm predicting Goblin.
That would be fantastic.
Flames has invited Cosmic to a duel. However, Cosmic has not yet responded.
Okay, hopefully we'll get in there soon.
Hopefully, shortly. And if you guys
We
don't know who
could
you
alternately
play next,
jump to the next match and then come back to it.
we'll give it a second here.
Oh, no, here we go. It looks like they're here. They're here.
Okay. Boom.
Apparently Ashen wants to fight me.
Oh?
He says fight
You mean
me,
like a
mate.
one-on-one game?
I don't know.
Real life?
Maybe.
Or it's like an actual fight? Yeah, like come at me, bro.
I'm thinking like fisticuffs.
Wow. It's cool.
That seems fair. I mean,
You guys are pretty ripped.
I've
All
wronged
right, so this
him.
game is kicking off. This is going to be an exciting one, I think.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one. So
Yeah, I am looking forward to all of these round 2 lineups actually because, I mean, we saw some pretty heavy hitters come through first round. It was a surprise, to be honest.
Ooh, a nice little greeting from Cosmic Axis.
Mm-hmm. And returned
Followed
by
up by
flames.
that's a sign of really bad sportsmanship coming. Like they're obviously hiding. They're trying to hide behind a wall of appropriate opening responses, and that just shows you that these guys are really ruthless.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. I mean, it's going to be cutthroat the whole way.
What's this little turn 1 Twilight Whelp? I like that.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Why is that a good first round?
I mean, 2 damage on the board turn 1 is just solid.
Nice. And some decent health, too, to back it up, so it's not...
A 1 mana, 2/3 is pretty disgusting.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to get wiped out, by a similar first-round play, is my point, necessarily. Could happen.
Cards. Now, this... I don't know a lot about... Who's this wizard guy over here? Who's this guy on the art?
Mediv?
Yeah.
He's the druid from Warcraft 3, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
He's the prophet is what I think he was named in the game. Actually, there's a professional Hearthstone player called Disguised Toast that does origin stories on all these cards, and it's pretty interesting.
Ooh.
That's neat. He just goes through and he talks about them, or what do you mean?
He shows you gameplay from where they came in other Blizzard games.
Oh, cool. That's good.
So yeah, I mean, he did one on Sylvanas Windrunner that it was 30 minutes. It was a little long. I felt like he could have cut a lot out of it, but it was interesting enough because it does have a lot of the Lich King and Arthas in it. So it was pretty good.
Jabbernut is questioning my statement that he's a druid. Jabbernut should know, and everyone else, that I am not an expert in this stuff. But so he's a mage in this, apparently. Yes. And in Warcraft 3, I thought he was a druid because this is pre-World of Warcraft, but he did shape-shifting magic, and the whole intro cutscene is him flying in as a bird and landing in Stormwind or wherever it is, whatever the human kingdom is, and shape-shifting back into his feather-wearing human form,
right?
And telling the king how everything's going to go bad.
Well, and with Blizzard lore, shapeshifters are only druids, so there's no really other mages that have shape-shifting abilities.
So what makes him? Is he like a multi-class in Dungeons and Dragons?
I don't know. I don't know.
What gives him the ability to shapeshift and be a mage?
I would question
guess magic, but I'm not an expert. That sounds like what things that magic would do, though.
Yeah. Vaguely asks, are there going to be more tournaments, and will they be Hearth or other games? So we are in the works for planning a second tournament, but there's no set date yet, no idea when we'll nail that down. But we're thinking a Brawlhalla tournament would be our next one. And I'm pretty excited about that. I actually know a little bit more about Brawlhalla than this game, so nothing huge there, but I can talk to it a little bit better. I think I speak the language slightly.
You speak
the lingo, if you will.
Yeah,
so they
the
call
lingo.
It Brawlhalla,
yeah,
lingo.
That's true.
Now I'm
Overwatch. Nobody's played Overwatch yet?
I've got a buddy playing it, and the only thing I've heard so far from one person is that it's quite good.
I mean, yeah, quite a few people have played it. It's just not full release yet, but
it looks like he's holding on. He's waiting for a taunt to come in and protect his Doomsayer, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I bet he Doomsayer.
Well, he could do a freeze and the Doomsayer. Wouldn't that do the trick for him?
If he did Frost Nova, yeah. I would definitely do it. But
he's definitely got a wall that he needs to knock out. What is this secret? Did we see what that was? I missed it.
You can hover over it. It's ice block. Which, man, he is quite the dragons. He's going to get wrecked to Doomsayer if that's what he plays next.
Well, doesn't Doomsayer take a turn? Wouldn't he be able to kill the Doomsayer?
I mean, if he did Frost Nova Doomsayer, it
yeah.
stuck.
Vaguely was hoping that someone other than myself would be able to comment on Rocket League, like to push that forward, make that tournament happen. I mean, vaguely, I'm not particularly big on Hearthstone either, so it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, I know we want to do more tournaments, so the game, I think it doesn't matter. I think it's just getting everybody together and just, being dumb, I guess.
Yeah, having that crowd, having everybody participating with each other is what this is all about, really. Everybody getting to know each other, then we can form, collabs and stuff from here. So, lots of fun. It's a good, fun way to spend a day.
Are you sure about that?
I'm having a terrible time.
I think my wife would think otherwise.
Well, let's get her on here. Let's everybody shout that we need an interview with Bob's wife.
Ooh. She's on kid.
He's running it. Clinch time. Oh, Cosmic.
Excuse me, you're part of a partnership. You can take over the kids while she gets on here.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Is he waiting for the flame strike here? Because I'm kind of wondering why he's...
Someone's got a long game going. Someone's got some thoughts.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on here.
So he's still got a board clear, and I'm wondering if he's waiting for that big 9 dragon drop, so either Nefarian or Ysera, to clear it, and he's just kind of holding off until then.
It seems like that's the case. I mean, he's able to stall damage pretty well here, so...
Karen says that she loves that this comes up every time y'all stream. I don't know which this we're talking about.
Well, to be fair, we've made the deal that I'm gonna do this tournament and she watches the kids. It's not like I'm not there all the time. Yeah?
I don't think I quite said you should be a present father, but I like that wording.
Man, the third free Frost Nova, that has got to be...
Yeah, this is going to be a
real
interesting
doobie.
Because next round he's either going to go Ysera or Nefarian, and Cosmic
what I would
Axis
do
doesn't
here
have much
is
to deal with
play
it.
the Northshire Cleric and then drop that heal.
Well, the Northshire Cleric, you don't get a card from healing.
Oh, am I mixing them up?
You only get it when you heal a minion.
Oh, he could drop a heal on the minion, though. On a minion. But I would think just cycling through cards with all that mana would be best.
And I think this turn's going to be your Thracian.
What does Thracian do? At the end of your turn, reduce the cost of cards in your hand by 1. That is pretty scary.
Oh, then he goes Acolyte of Pain into Arcane Intellect. Well played.
And this is, I believe, what you would call a freeze mage, right?
I think it's more, yeah, it's a freeze mage with like a controlling deck. But yeah, so he's gonna play Ysera and start getting those dream cards because he has no board control. I mean, he can't clear it. There's nothing he can do to Ysera right now.
Dream cards are pretty dope.
Yeah, they are.
Nick, what do you think about dream cards?
They're a dreamiest.
They are the dreamiest dream cards.
Oh man, I'm on the edge of my seat here because this game's way above my pay grade in Hearthstone. I don't know a lot about what's going on.
I'm just trying to keep up.
And I know what Ysera does, but like I don't know how these decks work, and so it's like, oh.
And that was a value acolyte right there.
Yeah, you face Thracian. You face Thracian.
So it's pretty. I mean, he's gonna.
That's pretty sweet.
Yep, that's gonna do it. Yeah, I agree, Jabberknight. He blew that first Doomsayer way too early. I think Flames is going to take this one.
Yeah, we might be seeing the rise of the first villain in this tournament. And with that, I'll bring it close to my first villain jokes. I wanted to go ahead and use it this one last time. I debated using it, but I thought since it was a new round, it would be kind of funny. All right, and we all had a little good laugh, but that's done. We're not using this joke again. We won't be hearing it again in the next round, so I hope you enjoyed this last one.
I'll be doing it from here on out.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, good.
Jabbernet, you're right. Cosmic is going to take this one. Cosmic's going to win next round, easy. I mean, he's got a Fireball or a Pyroblast. So Pyroblast is going to... He can't heal for enough to get past it. I missed the Pyroblast in his hand. Yeah, Don Whisper's right. Next round will be the second villain of the tournament. So we still could have predicted the final. Jabbernet versus Cosmic.
And that'll just leave. He has no other healing in hand, right?
No, and no matter what, he's done here.
Eight armor. Wow, that is crazy. A battle of titans.
Yes, that was well done. All right. So next, do you want to try and grab Flames on an interview real quick?
Well, we didn't. Did we have Flames in the first round?
Yeah, I think so.
We did. I think we can move on if everyone's okay with that.
Keep on plowing through.
Yeah, but anyone we haven't talked to, we should definitely try to get on before it's all over, you know?
All right, so next we have Ashen with his basic deck, unfortunately, against Mega Mutant Space Dolphin. So let's go ahead and cue it up, guys, and welcome Cat Bunny. It's good to see you.
Hey.
Cat Bunny, the first villain to appear in the chat. So keep an eye on her. She could really turn things around.
I mean, she's not British, though, so how does that play into her strategy?
You never know when someone's actually British. That's what's so amazing about the British. They can really deceive you. The actor in what was it, Mouse Hunt, I think was what it's called. He got ridiculed for his British accent. Turns out he was actually British. Actually, I missed it out. I'm sorry. He was in Mouse Hunt, but it was in There's Something About Mary. He had he played a British character who turned out was actually American at the end of the movie, and then critics said that his British accent was terrible, but the actor was actually British and not American. And so there you go. Just you never know. You can never trust a Brit.
That's true. Yeah, Cat Bunny, you are the first villain to appear in the chat, so wear that title proudly. You may get a trophy at the end of this.
Mega Mutant had to run away, so Ashen might get another pass.
Interesting.
That would be honestly hilarious. I would feel...
Well, let's go ahead and cue up the next game. It'll be Chill the Beast versus Don Whisper.
Okay.
So Don and Chill. I think Don's in a game right now, actually.
So that might not work out either.
Isn't Mega Mutant coming back in just a second?
Yeah, he said to 1 sec.
Well, it's been about 10 since we've said that, so...
That's true. He's not...
That is... Time is ticking.
Well, they're preparing to battle.
Somebody knows.
Maybe not. He had to poop, I think. I feel like Mega Mutant had to take a mega poop. Actually,
do you have some kind of supernatural sense for that? Because he didn't say that. He just said 1 second, he'll be right back. But you've decided that you feel a certain way.
Billy, as I remember earlier today, Bob, we had a chat about your poop that was mostly through GIFs And I just wanted to see, tell me, could you comment on that at this time?
It was so yeah, no, that's fair. I've been plugged up for a day or two, and
Yeah,
it was
I've been
letting
there.
it out. I mean, I'm a pretty regular routine guy, and if I don't let it out every once in a while, backs up. So
I'm not a routine pooper. I know a lot of people who are, but I don't have a set schedule for that kind of thing.
what about the chat? Let's ask the chat. Are all of you routine poopers, or would you say that you have issues with that?
And Nick, what's your opinion on this? Are you a routine pooper?
Yeah, I mean, I probably have like IBS undiagnosed or something. I poop all the time.
No, but do you kind of predict when they come? Do you like poop at the same time each day?
Yeah. I have a morning poop every day, and then depending on what I'm gonna eat, I know when it's coming. I've got it under control.
Oh, sure, yeah. I mean, I guess grease could change everything.
Right, exactly. The meal that you have is going to definitely determine when and consistency and everything.
Cat Bunny every morning. Dawn, this is the best commentary. Not really a poop answer, but thanks, Dawn. Have you? We haven't talked much about Jake on this stream. What's Jake's poop schedule like?
God, I wish I knew. It would help me so much.
I don't think we can talk about the 4 o'clock in the morning thing again.
How is this game going here? With Mega Mutant and
did
Ashen.
it start?
Yeah.
Oh my God! No one told me.
Bob had to leave. He'll be back in a few seconds, but
I see.
so it's just rolling without us paying any attention.
I was not there for the beginning of this game. It's gone 4 or 5 turns. What?
It was really bad timing. Yeah, I think they just kind of started and then expected us to be figuring it out through the friend list. So that's quite a villainous move for 2 players to make, just starting without a proper announcement given. To be honest.
Yeah. I have no statement on villainy
anymore. Yeah. You've exercised that commentary quite to the fullest.
Yeah, some would say beyond the fullest.
Yeah, I would agree.
Some might say that I'm the first villain of the commentary. That was said earlier, actually.
Joe, you went too far.
I can't believe you've done this. Oh boy, we got
a fireball on a minion is quite the move, though. It seems like I don't know. I mean, it's probably the right call.
Basic deck here, but all the tools are falling into place very nicely.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that's what happens when you have someone who knows the game real well, I suppose, but also plays all night long before the tournament to get his deck beefed up a bit.
I mean, we did film a montage of Ashen playing last night,
and
complete with
also
80s music.
Punching a slab of meat.
Yeah,
that was just for us, though.
Should we sing it's gonna be a montage?
Yeah, you should.
No, I don't. I can't sing. I'm terrible.
I would love to hear you try now.
Wait.
Especially that song. That song is such a butt rock song. You could just do a gruff voice.
Show me.
I mean, you know how it goes.
I can't remember it.
I don't know enough of the song to go, but it's like, we're gonna have a montage.
It's gonna be a montage. See, I can't do it. I feel like
you went a little country with it, but I like that interpretation. I prefer covers of music when the artist brings something of themselves to it, something unique. If the cover sounds exactly like the original song, then what's the point? I'm just gonna listen to the original song.
Right.
My personal favorite montage music is actually from South Park, the World of Warcraft episode, Make Love Not Warcraft.
It's still Matt and Trey, so I think we're all on task here, on topic. I mean,
but live to win till you die, till they all break down and cry. Just a beautiful sequence.
Dawn is going to try to get away with pooping while she's on her match.
That is a real good strategy for a villain. It just empowers them. It comes from a place of power.
I thought you weren't going to talk about villains anymore.
Well, I'm not making the first villain joke, but I can talk about villains.
but you said you talked about villains too much. You had to.
I don't bind myself to any of my own rules or logics.
That's true. You don't. I absolutely agree with that statement. That is a hard yes. So we'll have to work up some sort of golden toilet trophy for Dawn if she can manage to win the tournament on the toilet.
But tell me, don't you guys feel powerful on a toilet? Don't you feel like you're in charge of your life when you're on a toilet?
I don't know, man. Depending on what you've eaten, sometimes it's like, oh Jesus, I'm out of control.
That's fair.
I have made some mistakes. I have made some choices I regret.
I've been on a very high fiber diet lately, and it has made my poops really consistent.
Yeah.
And so my bathroom experiences have been great. And if Dawn can bring a little bit of that to the table, then she could be a real contender in the next round.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I hope she's eating fiber right now.
Broccoli there are times when you're pooping
load up, Dawn.
It takes a lot of power, so if she's able to get that power during this next play, she'll win.
You guys see this double iron bark protector action here?
Oh yeah,
it makes me feel barky.
Wreck face.
Oh, I thought he was going to go for the trade there and just knock them both out.
No, you don't want to do the trade.
He's gonna make a little spicy decision. Yet
beefing that up.
And you know what they say about beefing?
Yeah. What? Now he went through with the heal there on the iron bark, but he's got two guys who can easily take out that iron bark, or one guy.
If the 6/3 comes after iron bark, that's a plus for him because then the taunt is out of the way.
I see. Good call.
But this will help out a little bit.
Oh yeah, that boar can just do it now. And the taunt is
still
now,
a favorable trade.
With no cards in hand, Ashen is still far in the lead here.
Yeah. That took a mighty a mighty swing in both of their favors back and forth, but ended up with Ashen at the top for sure.
Well, yeah, I think Ashen's going to take this one. I'm going to call Rip Mr. Mega Mutant.
Yeah,
Space
I think
Dolphin.
wait. You're going to call me what?
I'm going to call Rip on the Space Dolphin.
Before this ends, though, we do have to ask ourselves what are the titles of these two villains. I was going to go with the Dolph Kano for Mega Mutant Space Dolphin.
Not Mega Mutant Space Dolph Lundgren.
That is even better. Oh my God, yes. Mega Mutant Space Dolph Lundgren, yes. Oh, I love it. Incredible.
That's going to be my vote for his name.
I can't believe you didn't come up with Dolph Lundgren.
But
extremely disappointed.
I mean, I think also doing Dolph Kano versus Ashen, like that one, it's a little bit too tight, too close.
Mm-hmm.
So
Dawn mentions Nutella, which I am deeply in love with Nutella. I don't understand people who don't like Nutella. Like, I just don't get it. It's just chocolate and hazelnut. It's delicious. It's the best spread you can spread on things.
I'll be honest, I'm not
my body.
a huge fan.
And I don't understand you. You're dead to me.
I know.
Well, I'm thinking, Nutella, you could have a bad time with it because if, back to our previous conversation of poops, if your poop comes out like Nutella, that's not fun. You're going to have a bad time.
You're going to go through a lot of TP.
Oh, exactly. Exactly.
Is Mega Mutant available for some chatting here?
Let's find out.
And by Mega Mutant, you mean Mega Mutant Space Dolph Lundgren?
Yes, of course. I just like to truncate names sometimes, but I thought that was heavily implied already.
Yeah.
That from now on, that name will always stick.
I'm going to call Ashen Gaming Ash Ketchum dead.
Okay.
Gaming.
Okay. How about Kick Ashen Gaming?
Fuck, Nick, you're way better at this than me. You get all the names from now on.
So, Mega Mutant Space Dolphin has not accepted my Skype request.
Okay.
At this point, let's go ahead and go on to the next round just to kind of keep this going.
Sure. Yeah, we can always bring him in during the round while we're talking.
Yeah, because I feel like Joe's kind of sputtering out.
Joe?
What?
No.
What?
He said he felt like you were just kind of sputtering out.
Sputtering out? What?
I did not.
That's brutal.
I'm dying inside.
So next up, we have Chill the Beast versus Don Whisper. So
Oh, this should be a good match.
I feel like
Chill's
these.
got a full armament here of cards, but Dawn is coming in with that EU.
Black
Yeah.
Arrow 5 does want to hop on to say something extremely important. I think we could invite him for a moment.
Okay. Okay.
Sure. Yeah. I don't see an issue with that.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and get the match started anyway while we're doing it, though.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, Mega Mutant's on Skype.
I know Mega Mutant needs to accept my friend request.
Because who doesn't like sucking dick?
Whoa!
Ah.
Whoa! Black Arrow is
waited until
banned.
Cat Bunny was in the chat to deliver that one.
Amazing.
That was brilliant. Brilliant callback. That was for
Everyone
our
knows.
IRLs. Okay.
Everyone knows his references are sick.
Yeah. They're off the chain.
Also, we got this next game going up, so
All right.
y'all
All right.
need to
Should we go ahead and bring in
spectating.
Mega Mute?
Yeah.
He didn't know if you wanted to do a interview, so he can if he would like.
Oh, it's up to you. Yeah. If you don't want to get in, that's up
Don't
to
worry
you,
about
but you are more than welcome.
I felt like Black Arrow, I knew something like that was coming.
Well, it's a direct reference to one of our streams. We had the GIRLs on, and we were playing Jackbox Party Pack. And we were playing Quiplash specifically, which is the game within that, where the audience can vote on what the best answer is. And everybody voted on whatever the opposite answer was when Cat Bunny had put up sucking dick. And in a very fitful rage, she shouted, "Oh, come on, who doesn't like sucking dick?"
Wow.
I mean, it's a good point, though.
I would venture to guess that I don't. I've never tried it. But
I mean, you have to try.
Well, you can't knock
find
it.
out.
I feel like it would be a bad time.
Why?
I mean, you don't know.
Billy, have you tried it yet? We're waiting for you to try it.
Well, I did just do it, and it was great. It was amazing. So
Wow.
Thank you.
Holy
Yeah.
cow.
limber,
Glad we can
That
all
was
agree finally.
fast.
pretty limber, and was able to get that
Mega
going.
Mutant says he would love to, but didn't get a friend request. Mega Mutant. Billy put his, or Bob put his Billy Z in the chat there from JB Show 62. Use that to friend him. Words. Man, I nailed that delivery. I handled it. I got it covered, guys. You don't need to worry about saying anything on the commentary from here on out.
Billy Z, friends, you,
Really, friend.
Nick.
Man, I
Oh,
feel so
man.
bad for you, Nick. I'm sorry.
What was that?
I feel so bad for you.
Oh, I mean, it's my whole life, you know? Everything was great right until about 6 years old. And then I don't know what happened after that.
I feel like if Joe were my brother, did you guys get in a lot of
Kill
fights
yourself?
as kids?
We had a we did a lot of cool stuff together. We played games together. We hung out a lot. We also had a typical brother dynamic.
Yeah.
Where
We
Nick would
fought
sit
a
on
lot.
me and I couldn't move. If I hit Nick in the balls when we were stick fighting, then I would throw my stick down and run away and screaming like a girl, and he would chase me.
Because, like, it's definitely like the childlike mentality of like, it's okay if I make a mistake, but if you make a mistake, because it's not just balls, like, it was also finger hits and stuff. We would hit,
Yeah.
we would swing sticks pretty fucking hard at each other.
Yeah,
To
we
actually
came in
fight.
bleeding.
Yeah, and like, if I made a mistake, it was, oh god, I'm so sorry, I've made a mistake. If he made a mistake, I was angry.
Hello.
Hey, it's Mega Mutant,
Cool.
Space
Mega
Adult
Mutant
Dolphin.
guys.
How you doing, man?
Pretty good. I am a little salty about that loss, but
Yeah. Well, you continued on to the second round, which is pretty fantastic.
yeah, I sort of felt bad for destroying vaguely so bad.
So you had to reel it back a little bit. You didn't want
Yeah.
to, I understand that. You had
He
to
didn't want to be considered a villain or anything.
show your modest side. Yeah, that's great.
I am accepting my fate and being sacrificed to the old gods.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, so if you had to pick Mega Mutant Space Dolphin, one person, I'm going to ask everybody, one person to take it all. Who's it going to be?
I'm going to have to say Cosmic. His deck is pretty insane. I wish Ashen the best of luck.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. So
I'm excited to see that match.
Yeah, I think Ashen has the skills, but he doesn't have the deck. So he's playing with a basic deck.
Whoa! It's not the size of the wave. It's the motion of the ocean.
But when you get to that level, it kind of is the size.
Isn't the wave the motion in the ocean?
Yeah, technically that's accurate.
It's the size of the ship.
Like I'm not
technically.
Oh, is it? Is that what it is?
It's not the size of the ship. It's the motion in the ocean.
Oh,
because the wave is the motion in the ocean.
I mean that is actually completely accurate. That is the physical embodiment of motion in water. So, good science on you, Nick.
I'm glad I was here for this.
Aries Dooleyhager would be proud.
I'm sure he would. That son of a bitch.
Well done. Good science, Nick.
All right.
But Mr. MMSD, I do appreciate you being a last minute in the tournament, and you made it to the second round, man.
I was pretty excited, and I'm really looking forward to the rest of these matches. They bode greatness.
Oh man, it's been so much fun. Do you have any advice for anyone taking on Ashen in the next round?
I didn't really last long enough to see what his deck was really all about. I didn't get the best hand, so but it's whatevs. It was pretty fun still.
Yeah.
So, good luck to all you people.
All right, man. Well, thanks for coming.
Yep. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Talk to you later, Bay.
Talk to you later, Bay. I love you.
Oh.
Wow, that seemed like really genuine. Holy shit, it gave me chills.
My heart
is that
just
the
like
first
palpitated.
time you've heard it, Joe?
What?
The I love you.
Is that the first time I've heard it?
I tell everybody that. Yeah, I tell everybody I love them because I love everybody.
Listen to me. I'm married, and I think that's the first time I've ever heard it that honestly.
Yeah. True beauty in them there are words.
I'm pretty good at that. I can sound genuine when I'm really not. So good luck.
Oh shit. Oh no.
Wait.
I don't know if that's a good quality.
It sounds like a sociopath to me.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about this game. We haven't given this matchup the attention it deserves.
It's
We
pretty
got
intense.
Chill and Dawn. What do we have going on here?
Well, Dawn's got the momentum. She's been dealing damage, but Chill is constantly backing it up with good follow-up plays, getting control of the board again. And it's getting to a point where Dawn is getting slowed down and Chill is racking up cards in his hand.
Yeah, and Chill has KT. He's just sitting on. He's gonna slow play the KT, and it's gonna be a game changer, I think. Because unfortunately, again, Don only has basic cards.
Yeah, that is brutal. But to make it to the second round on basic cards is strong, And we're undercutting the fact that they did work hard to get more than just a few basic cards. They've got a few things in there.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I feel so bad for Don and Ashen, and we did have some other British gents that were playing that they tried so hard to get to a point where they were competitive. Unfortunately, Blizzard has that stupid region lock that doesn't allow EU to transfer cards over to the Americas. But you guys did awesome. I mean, I appreciate the want to do it.
Yeah, the drive was definitely there, and it's paying off. They both made it to second round.
I mean, we're talking about a host of free games if you win this.
Then we got to talk about Vaguely, who honestly, I thought brought the worst game to this whole entire tournament.
Well, to be fair, Vaguely was already in the Americas, so he didn't transfer over. So I don't. What was his excuse?
He really doesn't have an excuse. All of his cards were here. He had everybody rooting for him, and he let us all down.
I almost quit the stream watching that. Like, I almost left. I was just like, I'm done. I don't want to see this kind of shit again. So,
Tournament over.
But I stuck around, and I'm glad I did. Ultimately, it was just it was a low point for me in like the last 5 years.
Oh, I will say we're remiss. Ashen Gaming. I haven't posted a link for him yet, but folks should definitely check out his Twitch streams if you're not familiar with it. I will go ahead and get him a link posted right now. But you can always use his name right there in the chat to find his Twitch streams. Is the biggest place that he's active on, and he's got some great stuff.
I do want to comment on the rage from Bagley right now.
The best part about this one for me is that I knew exactly what would happen, and Bagley is just fulfilling a prophecy that I had deep in my heart. I'm so happy right now.
But I do want to, in all seriousness, I do want to say we love Vaguely just as much as everybody else, even though he did let us all down.
As much as you love me, because
that was some deep love.
Yeah.
I don't see it. I just said I love you.
No.
You.
That is just saying I love you. When you said it before, it shook the heavens.
There was pregnancy in them words.
That actually sounds like a quote from Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, I just watched that movie the other a couple months ago now, but recently in terms of not watching it for a couple of years and watching it again, so good. Like films like that just don't exist anymore.
I agree. But so to comment on the game, I think Chill has put it out of reach for Don, unfortunately.
I'm not gonna sell her short. Not gonna counter out yet.
She's got some tricks. She's got a.
You have any thoughts on what could pull it out?
Deadly poison looks pretty scary.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Are you frightened of it?
What's up with this 0 health on this guy and he's not dead?
He's a heckler. When I mouse over, well, no, that's his regular card. I don't know.
What are you talking about?
On
I
our
see
screen,
heckler, as having 0 hit points.
Yeah.
Oh, I had him as 4.
Yeah, that's weird because I'm seeing it on the stream, which is of course on a delay.
Yeah.
But we're looking at 5-4 on that stream.
Also, is the time on this round not up yet?
I think we're stuck on the spectate, Joe.
I'm gonna back out and come back in.
Yeah, me too.
Well, good news, I see it still. So
yeah, I was gonna say, thankfully you're not, but for some reason, Joe and I got stuck.
I exit this.
Maybe it's because
I had escape and then leave, Joe.
Yeah, that's what I had to do too.
And then I'm going back
touch
in.
Yourself at night. So yeah, DJ, I don't even want to say DJ. Chill the Beast takes it.
Yeah, you can't call it that.
Yeah, no, I got told not to. So while we bring in Dawn Whisper, Goblin and Jabberknot are up.
Oh no, I just quit Hearthstone. That's it. I'm done. I have no interest in carrying on anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry. Should we have Nick on the Skype call to talk about that?
Yeah, I think we should. Nick, please tell me why you quit the game. So, all right, Dawn Whisper's coming into the Skype chat.
Alice says he's not sure. He thinks Dawn still has a chance.
That's the kind of unending optimism that really could bring Yaoist to the final victory in this.
Why, hello there.
Oh, is it Dawn?
It's Dawn.
Oh,
from Britain land.
Oh.
How's it going? I just died horribly.
It's tip-top Cheerio over here.
I'm not fully convinced that you've lost yet because Yaoist is still saying that it's possible, and you're British, and as I've laid out clearly in this tournament, British people can't be trusted, and I don't know if you still don't have a trick up your sleeve, so...
I mean, I am an evil villain. Like, in comic books, when they defeat the evil villain, they always come back the next time. Like, they always have a backup plan, so...
Like, what's your final form, who even knows?
Super Saiyan,
it's probably a squirrel or something.
I went the other way. So Don, thank you again for coming out and hanging with us and putting in all that time and effort just to make it happen.
No worries, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. How do you feel now, though? Pretty terrible, probably, having spent all that time to just lose.
Well, you know, I'm very, very surprised they made it to the first match. Like, that was a complete surprise to me. So, you know, I'm very, very happy to win that first game, get through that part of the tournament, really show my pro expertise there on my basic mage deck.
So,
yeah,
Dawn,
I mean, honestly, it's pretty great. It's pretty fantastic.
Words of advice do you have for Ashen as he goes into the next round?
Ash, don't fuck up. Okay?
You heard it from a pro. Don't fuck up, Ash.
Just don't fuck it up and you'll be fine.
Awesome. Words of wisdom for everybody going forward, but Ash, you especially. So, all right. It looks like Goblin and Jabbernaut are starting. Don, again, thank you so much for participating and you and Ash putting in all that work to make it happen.
No worries. Thank you. Good luck, everyone.
All right. Have a good one. All right. So we have Goblin, who's here to avenge his wife, Nightingale.
Oh.
Ooh, and he just swapped a 6 costing card for a 7 costing card. Not going to do him any favors in this early game.
And Black Arrow says he let Don win. So I'm not sure about that because I did watch the game. Black Arrow was trying really, really hard. So, but yeah.
Oh man, we got some spamming of that soul suffering.
Well, we can squelch him anytime we need to.
I'm kind of surprised because there's usually a delay between the times you can do it. So maybe Jabbernaut is cheating.
He's got the Mad Hacks.
Yeah, we're gonna have to call him on it. What a villain! He is probably the first villain of this tournament.
Hacks or not. That's his villain name, guys. I did it.
I gotta say, 2 damage to the dome is a heck of a start. Oh, followed up by 2 damage to the dome. That's a heck of a start.
I hate you. I fucking hate you. The worst. Absolutely terrible.
Empirically, Joe is the worst.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true, actually. You can't argue with that.
Let's not open that can of worms again. Damn.
Yeah, there are no delays,
funnel.
as SOTL says. So there are no delays. So we tested it before, and I mean, if anything, it was the delay was you telling me when you played the card versus when you actually played the card. So.
Ooh, I like that steady lay on of damage.
Looking at Jabbernaut's deck, he's not going to lose, and here's why. So,
no, please.
Face Hunter that Goblin's playing right now, he's going to sit here and do so much damage, as much as he can to his face, and then Jabbernaut's going to play Reno Jackson. So if you guys are unfamiliar with Reno Jackson, if your deck contains no more than 1 of any card, you fully heal the hero. So he just needs to draw to make sure that he has enough in his hand that it doesn't create a duplicate in his deck, and his hero goes from whatever to fully healed.
God,
the question is, could Goblin draws kill him before that's possible?
If he has not pulled all the duplicates out of his deck, yes. But chances are in a deck like this, no. Because there can only be 1 legendary, and I'm seeing at least 3 in his hand right now, assuming he has several others. So, and also the Dreadsteed is pretty disgusting. The only way to get it off the board is Silence or Polymorph. But obviously he doesn't have a Polymorph or Hex, so he's gonna have to silence the Dreadsteed to get it to go away, which I don't think is gonna happen. And there's a pretty crazy combo, which I'm hoping Jabbernaut goes for. The Kel'Thuzad with the Dreadsteed. You can get at least 4 or 5 of them going. Crazy.
That is a scary card.
It's
Endless
scary.
1/1s? Dang.
Dang. But the crazy thing for reals is that the Warlock has a ton of buffs. That could make it nice. Really nice.
Well played.
Well played.
Remix.
Godzilla. Godzilla. Life tap. Is that your contribution to the mix?
Dark peddler.
Yeah, it actually was my contribution. Thank you.
Oh, I see.
I'm dropping the beat.
Dropping the meat, more like it.
Dropping my meat.
You know who else is dropping the meat? Goblin draws.
Goblin draws. He drops some mad meats, dude.
Some ill meat or like.
Dude, it is the illest meats of the ills.
Is that like you don't want to eat it, or you do want to eat it, or you just want to like rub it on your body?
It's so ill that you want to rub it all over. Joe, why don't you tell the audience where you should rub that meat?
I mean, there's oft neglected places that don't get rubbed with meat. I'm talking behind the knees. It's one of the most neglected places in the body. Oftentimes not washed, not rubbed with meat, and honestly under honeyed as well. So behind the knees is my first. I want to call that out, of course. Quadriceps are just a solid place because there's a lot of space on most people's quads, but not too much space to get lost. Like if you put it on your stomach, you might lose the meat. But if you put it on your quads, you got a really good ratio of volume of flesh to volume of meat. So yeah.
Do you think we should tell the audience the best way to do a quad workout?
I have been lately flipping tires at the gym, which is really, really fun. The big old tractor tires are like almost as tall as I am. And I've been basically, you start with on the ground, you flip it over to the other side, and you crouch down and you flip it over to the other side. It's like doing crunches, but also curls at the same time. And you're moving forward, so it's got some cardio aspect to it. And I dig it.
Oh, I absolutely agree. You're absolutely right. I mean, I dig it.
Dig it.
Dig it.
I dig it.
I do a lot of squats. You gotta do
squats are great.
You gotta do the perfect parallel squat. So as you see here, a board full of dread steeds, he's not gonna win.
I wouldn't sell them short here. The dread steeds, they're a little scary, but they're only 1/1s, right? That summoned 2 more 1/1s.
Holy cow. Uh-oh.
Did he just fuck up? Or does he have something to handle that in hand?
Yeah, he has a silence and he has a sludge belcher, so he'll be fine. But still scary.
Okay, the Iron Beak Owl. Okay.
Yeah, the Iron Beak is gonna make it okay. It's gonna make it just okay.
Goodness, that hand is just stacked.
You got, man. I was nervous for a second until I started looking at what he actually had in his hand. Unfortunately, I'm trying to do the bracket, so I'm not terribly watching.
Oh, that's a fun one.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. I would
give me that Hound City.
All right. Whew. This is gonna be a tough one for him to come back from, I think. What are you thinking?
I want to see it because it would be the more interesting outcome here. I am pretty much staunchly rooting against Jabbernock just because his decks are obviously very stacked.
Why? Why would you do that?
I mean, it's basic human psychology. The underdog is a more interesting victor, and so I'll vote for the underdog every time.
I would think empirically that's incorrect.
Empirically, yes, it can't be quantified. However, it is the human tendency to root for the underdog.
So I agree.
But when you change, if you were directly involved, then people want to be sided with the person who is in command. People who are followers would prefer to be with the side that appears to be winning.
I agree.
Goodness.
So, with this Mal'Ganis play, every demon from here on out has 2/2 plus 2/2. So now every Dreadsteed will become a 3/3 easily every time.
I mean, he can really just close out the
board.
game with damage here.
Yeah, you can't clear the board. So now if Jabberknot plays Kel'Thuzad, you essentially have to get through. See, that was a waste. You have to get through Mal'Ganis because now your hero is immune. And you have to get through Kel'Thuzad because Kel'Thuzad will obviously heal him every time. So unfortunately,
Well, was it a waste or was it just playing out your hand? Like,
right.
Well, it was his ability. It wasn't going to go anywhere anyhow.
And yeah, Rip Goblin.
That was the scream of a goblin.
Yeah, it felt like it. All right, well, we should get Goblin on here.
Yeah, I do have him, so let me give him a quick call.
Fantastic.
You're fantastic, Nick. I do want to say thank
man.
you. I do also, real quick, before we do an interview with Goblin, I do have to say that this tournament was sponsored by Zoink Games. So I would feel remiss if I didn't plug our sponsor. So they did donate 2 Steam keys of their game, Zombie Vikings, to this. And obviously, I'm not going to give the first place person 2 of the same game. It'll go to first and second. But I mean, that's amazing for them to even care to do that for us. So
you know how that makes me feel?
Happy?
Like Zoink Scoob. Oh man, I really used a Scooby snack.
So that failed.
I think empirically, you can never really say that. So in my mind, it was a victory.
Well done. All right, so we do have Goblin with us. Goblin, buddy, what happened?
Can't
If
hear.
I'm not mistaken, Goblin was going easy on him.
Yeah.
Goblin.
He wanted to let Jabber not have this because he knows he doesn't have anything else, and it's unfortunate, but you know. Goblin, if you're there, we can't hear you, buddy.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there we go. I had the mute hit. Sorry.
Yeah.
That
were
guy
hitting
has
a mute?
Serious. Yeah, I was hitting him. I was beating mutes.
Jesus.
I do that in my free time. It's Saturday.
Yeah, that's actually the best day for hitting a mute.
So
No, I got to hand it to Jabberknot. That guy has some serious decks. I mean, I don't have the time of day to put decks like that together. So
yeah, those cards played nice off of each other for sure.
Yeah.
Dreadsteed is just a...
I thought I had a glimmer of hope for a moment there.
I mean, I believed in you all the way
It was a
through
moment.
until the end, when I didn't believe in you anymore.
Yeah, I can always count on you.
Goblin, unfortunately, we could see his hand and we knew you were drawn dead, buddy.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I mean, now that this is done, what's next in life for Goblin?
Well, you know, I got to get back. I got to train. I just, you know, I put as much effort as I could into this, and I think maybe it's just time to hit the drawing board, you know, and go do some research on some other decks. Maybe try a different class. I'm not sure, but we'll put something together, and by the time the next tournament rolls around, you know, we'll have our A game, and we'll hit the Hearthstone as hard as we can.
Well, Goblin,
that's the attitude of a champion. And
Goblin, you were unable to avenge your wife, Nightingale. I am sure she is forever upset and has gone to the local clerk's office to file.
Yeah, maybe. Although I'm pretty sure she was like standing in the back of the room, crossing her fingers that I would die so we could go get pizza. To be completely honest,
if there's a good reason to lose, that's the one.
I love
so we're gonna go grab a pizza and come back and watch the end of this thing and see who takes it home. I'm putting it down for Ashen, by the way.
Go Ashen!
Nice. Yeah.
Very nice.
Because he's the underdog, and Ashen, man, let's bring this thing home.
Hey, Goblin, would you say that Ashen is the first villain of the tournament?
You know, I would. I would also say maybe there are a few first villains of the tournament, as far as what I've been hearing. So we'll see who's the first villain. You know.
I don't think there's any evidence to corroborate that viewpoint. So.
No, well, there never usually is for any of my viewpoints. I just have them, so.
Okay, that's empirical.
Enjoy your pizza, man.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Goblin. Love you. All right, so
See, none of those come across as direct as that one did. Yeah, I love
Billy, I gotta ask. Do I need to ask to go to the restroom, or should I just go?
Is it a number 1 or a number 2?
This is number 1. It'll be quick, you know.
Yo, go ahead. I mean,
All right.
that's kind of
Cool.
I've done that once.
I'll be right back.
When
I
I said
promise.
just go ahead and take over the stream.
Should I bring my mic with me?
Yeah, I would like you to do some ASMR of you peeing.
It'll sound just like the water.
Right. So,
gross.
So we are
All
going
right,
to be
let's
watching
roll.
Ashen in Cosmic Action.
Yeah. Let's get this final 3.
Well,
Final
there's 4
3
left.
games of the. Oh, we're gonna do 2 out of 3 on the final one, aren't we?
Yeah,
Gosh, that's gonna be brutal.
Yeah, we may not. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, yeah, go ahead, Ashen. Go ahead. You start it up, bro.
I may have some people show up during the final 3 matches if we do go 2 out of 3, but I'll just try to keep the noise down here.
Well, I think at this point, because it's gone on for so long, we may just want to. I don't know. There's prizes involved, so people might get upset. We'll go ahead and we'll cancel out the bronze match. Should I need to switch my stream?
Yeah, I think definitely that.
And then we'll see how we are on the final, whether we want to go 2 or 3.
Oh, we're already in the game.
Jabbernut says the emote spam thing only works in friendly games.
Okay.
There's no delay on emotes in friendly games.
Jabber, we thought you were elite hacks or cheating.
Yeah.
Jabber the hacks.
Jabber the haxer.
Hey, welcome back,
yeah.
Joe. How was your urination?
Really filling.
So, how do we feel round 3, Ashen against an actual constructed deck?
I mean, he's got the skills, clearly. He's got
right,
the motion.
he's made it
he's
this
got the
far.
weight.
I want to see him take it to the top, like Goblin said. I want to see him go all the way.
I
Live
mean,
to win.
Yeah, I agree. Hunter
Honestly,
can
it
be
would make
pretty
this game a
explosive.
lot more enticing for me. I don't mean this match. I mean this entire game, Hearthstone, to know that you could do that. So really, all of my future in Hearthstone is riding on Ashen winning this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to be fair, I think you and I talked that you're not going to play this after this.
If Ashen wins, I will.
You're such a liar.
Everything changed when the Ashen Nation attacked.
And yeah, Nick, if you watch the stream, you'll see the rocket take off.
Oh, snap.
It's exciting. And
I did it when you told me how to do it before, so I have seen it. But but I'll watch again. I'm watching it right now. Oh shit! Rocket.
Ashen in fashion.
But I'm
now,
such a
what Cosmic is doing at this point is what's called thinking.
Or disconnected.
Oh no, he's got a card coming out.
Well, do you think Ashen might, or Cosmic Axis might be screen cheating?
Why are you worried about that?
I'm not.
Okay, you're just gonna throw some casual shade out there, some casual bullshit.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Casual drama.
But he cheated. I mean, clearly Jabbernut cheated as well. He had the lead hacks.
Yeah, I mean, if you can spam that,
True
those
Silver
emotes
Champion is gonna be
in a friendly game,
just pushing this race in Cosmic's favor.
Yeah. I would agree, but Ashton has board control right now. And is going to look to keep it here.
By a hair, you know. It's if in a prolonged race, I don't think board control is going to win it because Cosmic Axis just has the ability to keep on punching in damage.
Well, I agree because a hunter needs to be more explosive than what's happening right now.
That said, that was a really big turn.
Why? You tell me why.
What?
Why? Why was it such a big turn?
He wants you to sing that Backstreet Boys song, Tell Me Why.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why.
I think when we were kids, we used to say, it ain't nothing but a butt ache. I mean, I felt like that was the most mature use of lyrics.
That's the only lyrics. Empirically.
And Black Arrow Zombie Vikings is much more than 50 cents on Steam right now. The Humble Bundle, I would agree with you that, yes, I only paid for the $1 one, so it's less than 50-cent game. It's only to be fair. Uh-oh. Cosmic's pulling out the old Murloc Paladin.
Oh, shit.
Yep, that's going to get ugly. Anything can happen with the old Murkai. Whew. Jabberknight, you're gonna have your hands full, buddy.
I mean, he does have kill command ready.
Did you say any fin can happen?
Yeah, so that 10-cost card, any fin can happen.
I think he just goes multi-shot and then pushes in an arrow here.
I think he should go Lilu multi-pass.
Multi-pass? This is the play I would not do. He's vying for ward position, but he's also giving a chance for Murlocs to just start exploding.
Yeah, this Murloc War Leader is going to put it out of reach.
That said, his only answer is to win. So he's kind of damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. He needs to do damage, so he needs board presence, but he also needs to keep that thing off the table. But even then, anything can happen is going to come up late and dominate this game.
Yep, I agree. I absolutely agree. What do you think on that, Nick?
I am really into the idea of a Murloc teaming up, or I'm sorry, a Paladin teaming up with a whole tribe of Murlocs. I mean, that's just like, that's the kind of fiction I want to support.
That's my kind of slash fic.
I'd like to buy the novelization of this game.
That's fair. Nick, did you play Warcraft 3?
Yes.
Did you play Warcraft 2?
Yes, but you're going far enough back that I don't remember so much about it. I didn't play it a lot.
That's when I thought the humans were pirates because of their hat. And I guess there are pirates, but...
Right.
I remember when I first saw that game, I was like, oh, it's pirates versus orcs. That's cool.
I would say Warcraft 3 was when I got like way into Warcraft, if it could be said at all.
Yeah. I mean, God, those cinematics were like... At the time, they're still impressive, but at the time, it was like, what?
Yeah.
I
remember watching a making of, and they were talking about that scene where we talked about Medivh flying into the castle, and like there were like every stone in the castle was handmade. They didn't repeat any textures. They were just like, your job is to make that stone for the floor, and
Nice.
make it look unique, make it look pretty, and then make another one that's completely different. Don't repeat.
I think is this game still going? Do I need to back out and come back in?
It's still going.
Still going. I think it's coming to an end here shortly. But with that said, do you remember in Warcraft 2 when you were first installing it and you had to test all the visuals and the audio card? And
I can't say I recall. No.
Man, you'd always go, your sound card works perfectly.
Nice. Oh my God! Look at that.
Rip.
Ridiculous.
That is so mean with all that charge. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, that card makes or breaks a game.
Yep. Unfortunately. So that comes. It's looking like my prediction is going to come true with Jabberknight versus Cosmic Axis. But don't count out Chill. Chill is a beast.
He is a beast, and he prepped for this.
So
Beast is one of my favorite X-Men.
Ashen?
It's true. Mine too.
So yeah, not yet.
This is just like the American Revolution all over again.
It's true. Those Brits tried to come over, take over our American servers.
Silly
I mean, isn't it just the story of Britain to constantly lose things that they once claimed?
I think so. I think that's a fair accusation, you could say.
Did they claim our Hearthstone servers?
Yeah,
before?
they did. They were like, these are ours now.
I missed that, I guess.
I mean, it was the marks of what might have been the second villains of the whole entire piece.
Oh my god! But wasn't ultimately.
No, no.
Greetings.
Hey, Ashton.
Hello.
Hold
How's
on,
it going,
hold
man?
on. We need to mute
bad.
Ashton so we can finish our revolution talk.
The British Revolution. Glorious.
I mean, that was a heck of a fight, though, to see you come through with a deck that was so basic, but you did so well with it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as far as you can go, really, isn't there? There's always a limit.
We saw that anything can happen card, and like Bob called it right away.
Oh yeah.
Like, we knew
Card
what
is
was
so
going to come
strong.
for you, and it was so sad watching the fight play through.
I was actually quite happy
Knowing.
because I feel like Ashen, out of everybody, you were the first villain, and
Yeah.
I
mean,
you're
that's
British,
kind of
so that
a
makes you a
given.
double villain.
Yeah.
And people
plus,
were rooting
plus
for you.
I'm an EU player, so that's triple villain.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's- Let's get
It's
it.
really a good day for justice that all of our British villains have lost.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
You don't get fined. What would you get fined for?
I told everyone who didn't participate that I'd be setting them a fine.
Yes.
Oh, that's
fair.
awesome.
Yeah. They're
mean,
going to
yeah.
have to pay me specifically.
Nick has classic hustling skills, so.
I can't afford money. Money's too expensive.
Yeah. I appreciate you coming out, so that I can't get paid though.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Downside for you is while you're not spending money, you are going to be sacrificed to the old gods for your loss. So,
In
but
pieces.
again, thanks for coming out.
No problem.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you,
for
sir.
talking.
Yeah.
Bye.
Hey, vaguely. Or not vaguely. I'm sorry. I'm talking to vaguely in the chat. Ashton, I do want to say thank you again for everything that you did just to make it happen. In all seriousness, you and Don, stars in
Yeah.
the tournament.
Well,
I just-
we
oh,
wanted
go
to
ahead.
have some fun, so.
Yeah, I hope you did.
Oh yeah, we did.
Fantastic.
All right, thank
I
you.
just got a notification that Titties has come online.
We are
always a great time.
ready queuing up Jabbernut. And let's go ahead and get this going. So this is the last game in the semifinals.
I just want to point out, Vaguely said he wasn't a villain. That's true. Villains win.
Oh.
And to be honest, I responded with of mice and men to make it sound like Vaguely was the character that had special needs.
I got you. A little bit of a Lenny reference there. If you give Vaguely a bucket of puppies, they're gonna die.
A bucket of puppies.
I think that's what it was. Maybe it was kittens or rabbits. I can't remember.
Well, to be fair to your reference, Joe, puppies really need to only live in buckets. Anywhere else, it's just they get all over. They start touching stuff. They piss all over the place. Actually, we got to be fair to Vaguely. You know, he takes a lot of flack from you guys. I love the guy.
Never.
Yeah, we're really pretty kind to Vaguely, all things considered. I mean, especially, considering Vaguely, I think we're pretty good to the guy.
All right, what's going on with Chill the Beast and Jabberknot?
Who?
Some people who are playing a game I heard about.
So, Chill is playing. I want to say a control mage, and Jabbernut's playing a control druid, which the force of nature with the savage roar is going to put it over the top, and unfortunately do it for Jabbernut. I call Jabbernut to win this game. Unfortunately.
I mean, I'm gonna root for the underdog. So.
Yeah.
For some reason. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I'm stuck again on this. I gotta leave it and come back out. Come back in, I mean.
I kind of wonder what's happening. I haven't gotten stuck yet. Are you guys in the same house?
No, we're in the same town, but we are on different internet connections. So, like ISPs, I mean. So it's completely different.
Yeah, that theory's out. Maybe Hearthstone knows you're going to quit, and it's like, I'm going to make this last few games torture because you're going to quit.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't explain me, though. I'll never quit Hearthstone. I mean, I'll always have it. I won't play it much, but I'll never quit it.
Why can't I quit you? That was a Brokeback Mountain reference, if you didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't, actually. What's your, how do you feel about that movie?
I think empirically it was a bad movie.
Wow, I'm
But
surprised.
technically it was a
I've
good
heard a lot
movie.
of good things.
Actually, it was a
Quality
really
acting.
good film. Yeah.
No, I thought it was pretty good. I don't remember it because we watched me and my
Because you
wife-
closed your eyes for all the gay stuff.
No, that doesn't bug me. My wife and I watched it so long ago that it, movies like 10 years ago start to just blend together.
Yeah, I can
So-
agree with that.
Was it Brokeback Mountain? Was it The Matrix Reloaded? The scenes they're a mess to me.
They were a mess, actually.
Yeah.
I
That
love
part-
you, cowboy. My name is Neo.
Yeah, vaguely. Did you like it? Vaguely. What's your take on Brokeback Mountain?
I would have a Brokeback Mountain movie night. I'm sure that would go over solidly with maturity and just everybody being respectful.
That doesn't sound accurate, Nick. I'm not.
So, let me ask
Oh,
you
you were
guys.
being facetious.
No.
Between Nick and Joe, who would be Heath Ledger and who would be Jake Gyllenhaal?
I'm
What?
Heath Ledger. Absolutely.
Wait a minute. What?
Now I haven't seen the movie. I just want to claim Heath Ledger. I really liked him in.
Dark Knight.
Well, no, yeah.
10
of
Things I
course,
Hate About
everybody
You.
is, but I really liked him in Roar.
10 Things I Hate About You.
Have you guys
Things I
seen
Hate About
Roar?
You. Great movie.
He was in Roar was a TV show. He played it was like
That's not what
about
I
Celts
said.
fighting the Romans, and it had like it was like Game of Thrones magic level where like you could tell magic was in the backdrop, and like it was Christian magic and Celtic magic. And it was really cool.
That's not what I was talking about. I was totally
What were
talking
you
about
talking about?
10 Things I Hate About You. That was a great movie.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Actually,
a good movie.
yeah, like it's one of those stupid teen romantic comedies that's like actually worth some time to watch, I guess.
It goes above its station.
It does. It really does.
Well, I'm thinking you guys know this, but it was based off William Shakespeare, right?
Yeah. Oh, I'm aware.
Oh, I'm aware.
Oh, I
am.
know.
Oh my god.
Actually, I think I watched it in school because it was based on Shakespeare.
That's a way for the teacher to get away with
Exactly.
doing their
Like,
job.
I don't want to teach for 2 days. 2 classes covers, a movie covers 2 classes. Let's just do it.
So I feel like Chill got unlucky there with his draw. Maybe he didn't.
That's unfortunate.
Maybe he didn't.
I mean, that was still a pretty good turnaround, but he's in a losing race right now.
But one of the problems is, so I want to say he has lethal here, and he's going to take it. So he's going to spawn 3 treants with charge, give him Savage Roar, and that's going to be 12 damage plus his... Ooh, he's not going to get his hero power. He's going to be 1 off lethal. So he's not,
Mega
he's not
Mutant would
playing
like
Savage
to
Roar.
know where... Oh, God, Black Arrow. Mega Mutant would like to know if you're going to be putting this on your channel for the JimBob show.
Yeah, I'll probably put it on there someplace. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the whole tournament. I may do the whole tournament, but then I may do highlights. I'm
Okay.
not sure yet.
Cool.
What do you guys?
Black Arrow
did you-
asks where Instant Roleplay Live is. It's sitting on my hard drive.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to release it yet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's true because it's not done.
Oh.
So I think again this is moot point here. Force of Nature, Savage Roar is going to kill him. So do you guys want the whole thing out there? Because I feel like 4 hours of a stream.
I could not consume that.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
it's
a little
weird though
much.
because like the few streams that we've put out the entire thing for, which we usually just do highlights, but the ones that we have done the entire stream have some pretty decent views and oh god, I got something in my throat. Sorry. Some decent views and some decent watch time. Like people who do want to watch it, watch the whole thing. So it might be worth it for you.
Yeah, I might. It's obviously easier to do than highlights. But all right, so let's
Yeah.
go ahead and bring in Chill the Beast. He's loading. The 3 dots are connecting.
Hello.
Hey,
Mr.
man.
Chill.
Hey.
It was a rough last round for you.
Yeah, I expected it. I saw all of Jabbernaut's previous games.
Yeah.
So I expected this one to be a challenge. That's why I switched over from priest to mage.
I was going to ask you. So that was a prep move for you. What did you think you had a better? Why did you think you had a better chance? I guess with that switch.
I played a lot of what they call the mode ranked. I play a lot of ranked mode, so I know more or less all of my deck's strengths and weaknesses, and I knew for a fact that the priest deck, I call it Inspired Priest, because it reflects around using the healing ability to deal damage. I knew for a fact that wasn't going to stand a chance against any of the decks that he used before. So I switched over to Mage, which is a little bit more flexible, so that even if he brought something else out, I stood a chance. And it worked for the most part. I got rid of Boom. I'm proud of that.
Yeah, yeah.
As soon as I did the math on the odds of Flamewaker killing Boom, I was like, I got to go for it, and it got rid of him for me. So that's all I could ask for.
It was well played, but like when you run up against like an overrun strategy of just here's some dudes, here's haste, and
right.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal.
I couldn't stop. I had nothing to do with it. That was more or less a one-turn finisher. So.
Yeah, and he is the true villain of this piece. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see it definitely. Does he have an accent? He has an accent.
I don't know.
Is he one of the ones with an accent?
We're gonna find out when he loses next round.
Oh no. Well, we'll bring on the winner regardless. So.
Definitely.
Either one of them. We'll find out about accents. Yeah.
All right.
Dude,
I'm looking at the bracket. There's a spot for third and fourth place?
We're gonna skip out on that just because of time. So it's gonna go into the final round.
Okay,
that'll be it. Yep.
That's what's up. All right, I'm gonna be watching from the shadows. See, I'm trying to sway the. If you've been paying attention, every person that I was watching from, everyone I was spectating from, they lost. And then I realized Juggernaut didn't have me on his list. I was like, dang it, I can't influence this.
Oh,
there's no way I'd beat him.
Do you have someone you're gonna? Well, so you won't be able to watch him. Are you gonna stay out of spectator mode on the next one, or are you gonna jump in on the other person?
I'm gonna watch the other person. In hopes that they beat Juggernaut.
Okay, so you're looking to beat him. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good, man.
All right.
Yep. Thanks, Joe.
No problem.
All right. So it looks like we have our final two. It's going to be Cosmic Axis versus
the Jabberwocky Knot.
The first villain, Jabberknot. So before we get these guys started,
Joe was uncomfortable with you using his joke.
I'm going to use it the entire time, by the way. So before we get this started, make your predictions here.
Man,
I mean, I think I've already given mine. I think we're going to be talking to a victor in Cosmic.
Oh, okay.
You think so?
I think so.
And I really don't know. It's a toss-up for me. I think we've got two Titans going into the final round, and I think it's just going to be, it's going to be exciting no matter what. I think I'm going to go ahead and if I had to put money down, if I had to, I think Cosmic.
Cosmic, huh? I'm going to go Jabber because I feel like Jabber, he's a villain.
I mean, we got
He's got the most
fantastic competitors.
Yeah, no,
I only picked because I felt like I had to.
Yeah. So Jabber, the thing about Jabber is that what he's gone up with, his decks have been in a constant state of leading. Cosmic did almost like the match between Cosmic and Flames was actually really close, and so we've definitely seen more vulnerability on Cosmic side, but I think this will be a really good challenge for Jabber all the same.
Yep.
I agree. So I did ask the chat, best of 3 or one and done, and it looks like
a 2 for one and done. And I would be good for that because I do need to get to the gym.
Yeah, I also have people coming over soon, so I personally would say one and done is where my vote is.
All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and cue it up. Cosmic Axis and Jabberknot. We are going to do winner take all right here. So pick your best decks and let's see the two Titans clash. One and what's that word? Doing? What's one and doing? Dune.
Down. I'm cool with one and down.
Yeah, I mean, so they are queued up and picking their heroes at the moment. This is the moment we have seriously all been waiting for.
It really is. I'm titillated.
My titillated titties are titting.
I mean, Titties is in a game right now, so.
I know.
Titties,
It's
is he
unfortunate
playing
that
right
we
now?
couldn't have Titties here.
Titties is in play mode, yeah. So you're absolutely right. So we got a warrior versus a hunter. So Jabberknot does have the gold warrior. That means he has won 500 ranked matches with a warrior.
Oh my god.
Yeah, well done.
So you just suspect this is Jabber's A game right here?
I'm thinking maybe. I'm thinking Jabber's playing a
Do you think it was crazy for Cosmic to keep this hand?
No, because he needs a dragon. So he's playing a hunter dragon deck, which is kind of odd. You don't see a lot of hunter dragons, but he needs a dragon for the Blackwing Technician. And I'm almost thinking that Jabberknot is playing a patron warrior. So patron warrior is going to be, he's going to fill the board with grim patrons. It'll be interesting. It'll definitely, this is a good one. I'm excited. If you can't tell my voice,
Now,
I'm super stoked.
Now, in a typical lineup, hunter and warrior, are they pretty balanced with each other, or does one have an advantage?
It's kind of funny because the abilities cancel each other out, basically. 2 damage versus 2 armor. The warrior has a slight advantage there because armor will stick on if he chooses to use his ability, whereas hunter is, doesn't really get a.
He can only wear it down.
Effect, yeah.
I would say they're pretty balanced too. Just aside from their hero powers, warrior typically isn't the best, but if you make a good constructed deck, you can do some damage.
Mm-hmm.
I personally don't like the warrior, but I'm not nearly as good as these guys here. So
And that axe is on fire and looking cool.
dude, that does look cool. I love the gold card animations. Hover over the whirlwind. That one looks sweet.
Yeah,
Ashton's
that is
gonna
pretty
get some
great
tea.
with the
He'll
hair
be right
animation
back.
and the cloth.
It's a solid removal effect right there.
Yeah, and again, kind of why he kept his dragons right off the bat.
Just keeping it clean.
Sorry. What was that, Nick?
So, I said he's just keeping the board clean.
Oh yeah. But he's got another Blackwing Corruptor and a Technician that's going to boost off the dragons in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
There's that Acolyte of Pain that Joe is so fond of.
I mean, I'm pretty fond of it.
Joe
Yeah.
might want to make love to it, I would think.
Yeah.
I'd touch it.
Yeah. What are the cool things on the board here?
Well,
not really
the
much,
Acolyte of
actually.
Pain is really cool.
I mean, you're kind of seeing it in the stream.
Yeah, I'm clicking it myself, and it's seems pretty straightforward though. Like, there's no cool nothing lines up where if you arrange something like in that one where you can make the rocket take off. Oh, what's this do?
So he's gone in for just a 6/6. Normally it would become a 9/9 if he had under 15 health, but he wanted to get a good body out there.
I don't think he could wait unless he played Blackwing Corruptor and got the Acolyte of Pain off the board. That was pretty much his best play at this turn.
The bonus here is that he forces his opponent to be reactive. Slam is a really good cycle card here for him, though.
Yeah, and he's going to execute it, just get it off the board. Ruh-roh. So, It's tight all the way down. I mean, Cosmic Axis has a good hand of cards right now, and
The health, given both these decks have pretty explosive ends, the health is pretty irrelevant. The armor might not be in the long run, but
there's your Acolyte of Pain, Joe.
Oh, I love an Acolyte of Pain.
And I mean the weird thing about Jabbernaut's hand right now, it's a lot of damage to all, right? So he's kind of missing his Patron Warrior, right?
He doesn't have a good boom. And if he uses the Fiery War Axe for removal like he has been, he is aiding Cosmic Axis in the race.
Well, absolutely. He's gonna remove the Blackwing right here.
Yeah, he had to essentially, but that still gives cosmic value out of the Blackwing. So
yeah, I agree. And I'm thinking that his only play right now is a Cro-Magnus. Get it out there. You're going to start copying all of your cards once you bring them in. So it's a good idea. I mean,
and does he have a way to get this off the board right now? Because I mean, all these damages are really low. I don't think he can stack it up.
Yeah. So here's the Grim Patron that we were all talking about. Mm-hmm. He's going to play the Grim Patron, play maybe Inner Rage, then Whirlwind, and he's going to have
start making a bunch of Grim
board.
Patrons.
Yeah, it's going to be. It's going to be bad. He's going to fill up his board with Grim Patrons right here.
So will Cosmic Axis have an answer to that in his deck even?
I don't think so. I think at the play that Jabbernaut was able to do, he doesn't have an answer.
I mean, look at that taunt that does 1 damage. That's going to be 4 more. Well, 3 more rather. Grim Patrons.
Right. Yeah,
is there a minion limit?
It's 8, I want to say, on the board.
That's crazy.
It's either 7 or 8, but yeah, there is a limit, and he's going to hit it with Grim Patrons.
That's crazy.
And unless he has an AoE effect, the Hunter's highest AoE is 2 with Explosive Trap.
Yeah. And the other thing here is that Wild Pyromancer is just a dead card now.
Yeah, I'm not sure that the Cosmic Axis is going to come back from this one, because 100 does not have a good board clear.
Looks like we're hearing that the limit is 7.
I'm kind of waiting in anticipation for what he's going to do, because he doesn't.
Well, he can dream one of them back. It's not really an effective end solution, but it's something. He could wipe out all of his dudes on. Okay, yeah, I was about to say, why would he do that?
Yeah.
Well, he's going to hit that.
He's considering
he's
one,
gonna Whirlwind, and he's going to fill up his board right again. So, again, there is no answer. I'm kind of surprised he went with the Belcher, but there is no answer for Cosmic Axis. Simple as that.
God, that is an insane ability.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, he's just boosting his health or his armor with the Armor Smith. Every time one of his players gets hit.
And he's got 10 armor from, it's just, oh, goodness.
You can't do anything.
And Don Whisper, you're absolutely correct. Unless you can stop it once it happens, it's extremely hard.
God, that is brutal.
I think Cosmic knows that he's got nothing.
This is the deck. I like Hearthstone, but this is the deck right here that makes me sure that nope, I don't want to play any more Hearthstone.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I don't like, this is a no-win situation at this point.
Yeah. When you get to this point in a game, because different decks have such different strategies. You don't
Listen
have
to
a way
all of
out.
that. My thanks. Oh man, all of their voices crying out.
Oh my goodness.
And now he has 18
Everyone.
armor. Yikes.
Man, that is so brutal.
You can't play Dream on his hand. Or can you? Why would you play Dream up there? That's a bad idea.
I mean, it
I think
doesn't
this
matter.
is desperation at this point.
Unfortunately, I think you're absolutely correct.
Just trying to get as much of an effect out as possible. Yeah, he knows.
Oh,
He knows.
yeah.
And then the axe will be the lethal damage that he needs. Actually, will it? It won't. It's not necessarily lethal right now, is it? He's gonna have a whole board full of dudes, but
He's not, because he only has one more attack that's going to bring out a patron, and it's the Whirlwind. And so he'll only have 2 patrons, and
he just spent one.
But with that 26 armor, he's got time.
Yeah, he's going to be fine here. And vaguely, you are correct. This is a very cruel matchup: Hunter versus Grim Patron. I feel like Jabbernaut's kind of baiting him here, because
he seems to be playing with him when he could end this faster.
Yeah.
He wants to show off more cards, is what it comes down to.
It's a truly villainous playstyle.
Yeah. We haven't seen any of that today, but this one could be the first.
I wouldn't go that far.
No, I wouldn't either.
Yeah. I think this one's done.
Now, vaguely does share your sentiment, though.
It's truly the birth.
So, Joe, would you comment on that a little bit? Why would this be the first villain?
You know, I'm not an expert on villains. I would be the last person to try to declare when someone is a villain, first villain or not. Unfortunately, I just don't have a good, answer for you there.
Do you think it's because possibly you may have talked about villains earlier in the stream?
I don't remember that. If I did, it was a long time ago. And those days are dead to me.
Yeah.
And there's...
Oh, it's Grimosh.
Yikes.
God. Good noise.
And that is our first Hearthstone winner.
That's amazing.
Tournament
My
winner.
God, what a day.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Let's bring both of these guys in for a final conversation.
Yeah, I think we need to at this point. Let's bring in Mr. Jabbernaut. I think Lucas was Cosmic Axis. Wow.
That's them getting online.
Yeah, that's the sound of them revving up their Skype.
Yeah, there he is.
Mr.
Hey,
Jabbernaut,
how's it going?
winner
Pretty
of
good.
the first inaugural Hearthstone tournament.
Well,
How do you feel?
Do you have a message out there for all those bloody casuals?
play some Grim Patrons, man. Nah, I don't know.
Apparently.
Do they call you Peasant Smasher in your hometown?
It's occasionally. I have heard it once. I feel like I've heard the name before.
Nice. Well, now I got your BattleNet ID, and I think I'm gonna have to bar you from all our future tournaments because man, you clean the floor with everybody.
That's reasonable.
It was a hell of a tournament for you.
It was pretty interesting. Cosmic had quite a deck there at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I was really worried about the freeze mage actually, which was I'm trying to remember who ran the freeze mage. It was
I think it was Cosmic.
Oh.
Or Chill.
I think that was actually Cosmic who ran the freeze mage.
Oh, was it Cosmic? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he just didn't use that one in this round.
He didn't use it in the final. Okay, gotcha. Right. Yeah, it would have been ironic if it was Chill. But that's actually part of why I ran Warrior, was because Freeze Mage is not able to do enough damage to get through all the armor. It's a pretty good matchup for the Warrior.
Ryvex pointed out that the fill-in won the tournament.
So, Jabbernaut, I do got to ask you, and I want to clarify for everybody on the stream, how much money have you actually put into this game?
That's actually a very good question. I played, so I've played since the beta. So I've played for like a very, just like a long time. I don't
know if you've been listening to the commentary, but I also have played since the beta.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How much money have you spent on the game?
$0.
I'm at marginally higher than you, because I didn't spend any money on the game for the longest time, because back in the day, like, there weren't any expansions or anything, so you didn't really like, you would just progress and you would get more cards, and there, like, the pool of cards was small enough that you would just eventually get them all. And then, since they started releasing expansions and stuff, it became much more difficult to keep up. But yeah, so I never actually bought any cards until the grand tournament, I think, when they did the 50 card pack thing, because they didn't give very much time, I think, for the announce of that expansion, and I didn't have like any gold to buy packs, so I was just like, okay, I'll just spend money on it, I guess.
I think that's a fair assessment. As you can see from the stream, I have my 50 packs of the old gods waiting to be opened as well.
Right.
I was considering purchasing some alternate art for some heroes, and then I saw the patron deck, and I've quit Hearthstone forever.
Right.
So we do have Cosmic Access in here with us.
Hey.
Hey.
Is this awkward?
No.
I think this is pretty hot, to be honest.
I think this is
I thought it was an interesting match. I mean, I was trying to have some fun, so I pulled out some like Dragon Warrior or Hunter controls. It was interesting. Didn't really work out. It's a deck that works more against an aggro, and you have to draw right into it. I didn't really.
That was a very interesting deck. I had never seen. It was a Dragon Hunter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was very interesting. I know. I mean, I know the priest is a pretty strong deck, so I can imagine. I'm not sure what the hunter has, what kind of synergies they have, but I haven't really experimented too much with the dragon hunter. Oh, he's got the 6/6, the dragonkin sorcerer.
Yeah, I think that's the only one.
Is that what it is? Does that card require a dragon to be in the deck? I'm trying to think what the idea, what the like concept of dragon hunter is like.
It's more to have fun. There's no actual concept.
Oh, okay. I was like, well, usually, right, because I know, like, with mechs and stuff, there's always, like, every class has some kind of synergy card, so there's always
I don't think there's a single dragon card.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hunter doesn't have one? Okay.
It was just...
Right.
But all right, guys, so yeah, Jabbernaut, well played, man. It was fun to watch. It was fun to commentate. And I do got to say...
Yeah, I had a good time.
You've won a bundle of games. I'll make sure to send you the codes. They're all going to be Steam games. And
awesome.
And Cosmic Access. You won a game. I'm sorry you didn't win all of them.
It was for fun, dude. We had fun.
Yeah, I'm glad you had fun. Do you guys have anything to promote? Like anything at all that we could put out there for you?
Me? I have a Twitch stream. I stream occasionally.
Yeah?
Yeah, but My stream is just twitch.tv/jabbernut.
Yeah, and of course we've got plenty. You were active in the chat today, and so people can always use your name there as well to get there easily. Scroll up a little bit.
But yeah,
Definitely.
If anybody's interested in learning Hearthstone, it is a very Hearthstone centric stream. So put that out there.
Awesome.
As of
Nice. Yep. I had a ton of fun though.
Yeah, that was super fun.
Yeah,
that's
a great day.
About Corgi Orgy. It's fun.
Corgi Orgy.
Corgi Orgy.
Promoting Corgi Orgies for everyone.
Explain that a little bit for me, please.
Ooh, I gotta share this link with the chat.
This is cool link. I don't know. It gets people don't want to click on it because they don't know what it is. But trust me, it's good. It's relaxing.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm pulling it up right now.
You spelled it wrong, Joe. There's a Y instead of an I at the end.
Oh no.
It's like a modern version of the hamster dance.
Awkward.
I'm into it. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Well, thank you for promoting that to all of us.
So, vaguely, someone does have his own instance of the Corgi Orgy. So, check that out. But again, guys, appreciate it. So, I'm probably going to put this up as a whole. I know it's like 5 hours, 4 hours, something like that. But then I'll probably do some highlights of it afterwards.
That's the best way. You can chop it up after. Yeah.
Yeah. Just do a quick dump of it. So, but Jabbernut, Lucas, Cosmic Axis, and then everybody else who played, you guys were awesome. We had
and everybody who hung out too. This was an amazing day.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, we're going to be doing more tournaments. I don't know how often. Nick did kind of bring up we're thinking about Brawlhalla, but we are absolutely open for ideas on games to do. Rocket League would be a lot of fun. But then even maybe some team stuff. I don't know how we'd want to do that.
I don't want to get Vaguely's hopes up with Rocket League. It's at the bottom of our list, just to be sure. We have a lot of games we would do before Rocket League.
I joked on that. Maybe if he had performed better today, we would consider it more valid.
Yeah, I would agree. Vaguely, such a disappointment. But in all honesty, again, thanks everybody. And Jabbernut and Cosmic Axis, I'll be sure to send you the codes for the games that you won. I do want to say thank you again to Zoink Games for sponsoring the tournament with these games. And I think that'll do it.
Great job, guys.
So,
yeah, thank you.
Done.
And I'm going to win the next one. Don't worry.
Nice.
I got beat on.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yep. All right, guys. Everybody in the Twitch stream, thanks again. And Joe and Nick, as always, thanks for being a part of something special.
We were happy to do it.
Hey, we'll see you in the videos.
Oh God.
Was that it? He hung up, Joe. Now it's just you and me.
Oh, cool. Are we still on stream?
Yeah.
Can we talk about how much we hate Nick?
Yeah, Nick's a dick.
Yeah, a big old bag of toasty dicks.
He's a big bag of dicks. Nick is a big old bag of dicks.
Yeah. Not good with marinara either.
All right, so that will do it. Joe, thank you for being my co-commentator.
Oh, geez, gosh, it was my pleasure.
And goodbye.